Hello. I am late. I'm sorry. I got lost doing something on the computer and then I thought I'd started this at 6:30 and then I realized it was 6 o'clock that I'd supposed to be doing this. So, hello. We might just sit and just talk for a little bit while I did do, yeah, no, 6 o'clock. That was my starting time. Okay. There's a little bit of a delay. But we'll see. So today, what did I do today? I edited. So today, again, what did I do today? I'm a creature of habit. I'm always forgetting to do things. So what did I do today? I didn't give you enough time to get organised for the stream, but that's okay. Started a bit earlier. I hope that Jennifer has got enough time because I know she's doing her internship and she had good results with her exam. So maybe she's got a bit more time to hang out with us this morning before she has to go to work. What did I do today? I just did some editing, had a late lunch, asked the husband if he wanted to go to dinner, but he was like, it's a bit tired, getting some sleep. He's doing jury duty at the moment. So, and he's treating it a bit like a holiday and he's kind of running his own schedule at the minute. So he's using the time wisely, as you can see. Hi, Seafood Pie. Hello, number one. I know. And didn't I say I even went looking for the little clip yesterday in my stream yesterday when I said she probably needs to go to a PT or see a doctor before she starts working out at the gym. She might hurt herself. And yes, she did. And I'm not happy she hurt herself, but I'm not shocked nor stunned that she hurt herself. She probably doesn't warm up and she's in pretty bad physical condition, but we'll get to it. That's what I was editing today. I pulled out all the stops today in my editing. I used all my very low-level editing skills today on the 8-minute vlog that she did. Yes, I did. So I've edited that one. I didn't do any other editing today. I thought today, hi, Grandpa did biscuits. Hello. I swear I'm not going to say where I saw you the other day, but I saw you in a very interesting chat the other day, and one that I didn't think I'd see you in, but hello. Hi, Hattie McFaddy. Hi, I haven't seen you for a little bit, but hi, how you going? Okay, so Cindy, we're also doing Life Plus Cindy. So those, Grandpa, I don't think you were here yesterday. Seafood, you were here yesterday, and Hattie, I don't know if you were here. You might have been lurking. But I'm sorry I didn't give you guys much time for the live. If I give myself too big of a window to start it, I get anxious and it makes me like a little bit, so I've got to sort of only give myself a very short window of time and then just spontaneously go live. It's weird, but that's just more comfortable for me. Sorry, I'm a little bit of a rogue when it comes to the live streams. I'm not good at appointments or schedules. So this is how I roll. I'm a surprise in a box, right? So Life Plus Cindy, there is a channel called Unpleasant Reality. They are a very small channel, only got about 520 subs. And there is a video that is very, very good. And it does a lot to explain Cindy, okay? And it's a good jumping off point. And I think that's why they've created it. Now, it being a small channel and the fact that she's put a lot of editing into it, I'm a little bit hesitant to review it. However, it's been more than 24 hours. They've gotten a lot of views on it. I reached out to them in their comment section to see if I could ask for permission to review it. That was hours ago. Like, I asked that this morning. Haven't had a response. So I have put them in my link. I do encourage you to watch the whole thing on your own on their channel without my commentary. And I've added the link for their channel and a request for those who might be interested to follow Cindy with me to go and sub to their channel as well. I hope they don't get mad at me. If they do, I won't be reviewing any more of their videos, but I really wanted to share that particular video with you because it'll give you a quick speed up to get up to date with Cindy, and then we can follow along together if we continue to follow her in the future. So that's my plan. I just hope, because I don't want to take anyone else's views away, but they the way that they worded it, it's like, this is a jumping off point, but I don't know if that's for a viewer or for other reaction channels. So we'll see. I don't wanna step on toes, but it's a really good video, so I would hope that they'd be okay with me using it just on a one-off. Yep. Okay. So, hi, Enola. Hello. Oh, it's morning in the UK. Yeah, I know it's morning for most people. I think I'm in that slot where everybody's just sort of starting to get up to get ready for their day, listening while they're getting ready for work or having breakfast or taking kids to school or just, doing their morning stuff. So, and it's about dinner time for me. It's about 6 o'clock at night. So it's good for me. It's the way for you guys to start your day. So, hi. Who else have we got? Peter Wilson. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Or were you asking me what is life plus Cindy? Yes. Oh, fun fact. I found out who the band that she was talking about going and seeing was. It's called something Gizzard, King of Gizzards, Gizzard King, or something like that. Um, we'll see it because we're going to look at one of their vlogs. They're an Australian band. I did not know. I've never heard of them. They're apparently mega, mega famous. They tour all over the world. They were voted one of the hardest working bands in 2021. They've won ARIAs, which is the Australian Recording Industry Awards. Never heard of them. Wouldn't have a clue who they are. But apparently they're massive and they're one of Cindy's favorites. So, okie dokes. The more you know. I must have been living under a rock somewhere. I don't know. Okay. All right. I hope you like my singing there, Peter. That was just for you, love. Okay. Yes, someone new. She's old, but she's new. I kind of came across her, dipped my toe in, thought, she's a bit banal, but her life has sort of taken a bit of a turn and it has made me a bit more interested. And I thought we might cover it together. But first, we're going to go back to good old Chantal. We're doing gym vlog 1 and 2. I know you've probably seen vlog 1, but I haven't seen it all the way through yet. So I want to watch it with you guys. And then I've edited vlog day 2, just playing around with my editing skills, just trying to learn stuff. And it's just fun. And then I was going to watch a video with Cindy, Life Plus Cindy. So that's what we're doing today. Yeah, that's it. And I hit up my Epidemic Sound for some new intro and outro music, which we don't have to listen to, but they are part of the video. So I had to add some music in to stretch it. So, but anyway, because I might upload it later, the edited version. I'm a bit nervous about that, but I might add it just to my playlist of channels. So if somebody else wants to use it, they can, so they don't have to use Chantal's. I'm no Erie Pepperoni, I'm no Just Saying, and I'm no Barbecue Chicken. I am just Cookie who's learning, okay? So don't laugh at me. So we're going to watch vlog 1 and then we're going to watch vlog 2. Okay. Oh, and for those who have been following along with me, I actually woke up last night. My iPad was running. I turned it off because it was annoying me and I fell asleep in silence. I actually needed the quiet to go to sleep. That has not happened to me in forever. Don't know where it came from, but maybe I manifested it because I've been working hard to not sleep with sound on. Maybe my brain's going, "No, we need some quiet." And I'm like, oh, "Yes." Okay, so we're gonna start, and then we're gonna watch her chicken piccata, like her diet mukbang today, which is interesting. Just quickly. And what I was gonna do is try and cut the cat out, but the stream snuck up on me, so we'll just have to watch it raw dog. Okay. So we're going to do and I did look into some stuff, just quickly now. She was talking about who Kuwait's fat and they're all fat and they've got a problem. And I did some fact finding that that will kind of sort of debunk her theories about how fat people are in Kuwait, but whatever. Okay, so let me just look these up now. Just got to get it. I shot a screen down by accident before, so here we go. Day 1. Okay. Okay. Make it big. Made it big. And remind me before I hit play to speed her up because I always forget. Okay. So she's big. Make me. Okay, what do? We do big cookie, small foodie. And then we make her go fast because we don't have time. 1.25 or should we do 1.5? What do you reckon? Oh, fantastic. Thanks, Peter. You could have warned me or I would never have sung it out loud. Oh, no, please don't. 1.25. Okay. So let's go.
Hey guys, welcome back to my first vlog on this health journey.
I did it
In my
1.25.
previous mukbang, where I was eating quite unhealthily, sorry, I'm kind of out of breath. I've been running around in the kitchen and organizing all this food. So I'm making this intro after the day's events, actually. So you will see in this video how I spent my day just doing a lot of health food shopping and a weigh-in. Um, yeah, things of that nature. At first, I'm going to struggle with these videos and with the everything because it's a lot more activity than I'm used to. Honestly, I'm used to just ordering food and plopping myself in front of the camera. Actually, making efforts is exhausting for me at first, as I try to regain health and my energy levels. So, um, also, you don't have those dopamine hits from the unhealthy food anymore. So you're kind of feeling.
No, you can still get enjoyment from healthy food. She's right though. She's going to struggle because it's not just the food, it's the ritual around the food. It's the whole process. It's not just like someone who's an overeater. When you have an ED, it is literally like if you ask somebody who's a rug user, it's all the elements and all the things that you use with the rugs, the places you go, the things you see, the people you interact. It's the everything that's connected to it gives you a hit. So, and food is one of the hardest to give up because you gotta eat, right? But she knows her affectation is sad, depressed, flat. So she's either already trying to cut back or she's depressed at the idea of what she knows she's going to put herself through. Mind you, we've been here before and yeah, okay. This is all old news. It's a process, it's a cycle, but it's still interesting to see her. I find it just it's I find it interesting to hear what she tells herself to get her through.
A little blue, but um, with my faith in God and prayer and just continually saying no to myself when I want to cave, I think, I just have to get ahead a bit and then I'll be.
I still think her relying on her ability to what's the word, audit herself when it comes to her food and relying on her willpower is literally the worst strategy she could put in place.
Then I'll be in a better place. So, um, I've been on this journey type of thing many, many times. And each time I appreciate you having new faith in me and coming along for the ride. Even if you're critical, I don't blame you. I have a lot of trouble sticking to things, and this is where I would like to really develop my character more and be more disciplined, have more self-discipline.
Okay, so there's two parts to this. Well, there's three parts to dining. Okay, food, healthy food choices, healthy portions to fit in line with any medical needs that you have: diabetic, gluten free, high sugar, low sugar, thyroid, all that good stuff, polycystic ovarian. You eat whatever's okay for your body. Second part is movement. How can you move? How frequently and what's within your limits? Assigned by a doctor or a medical professional. Because when you're at foodies, size and health conditions, you need medical input. Mental side of it. How is she getting around the mental side of this? Because relying on her own will and relying on her own strategy as somebody who has failed, relentlessly failed, therapist, nutritionist, counselor, workshop, online guidance, whoever, where is that coming from? Coping mechanisms, someone who can talk her down, talk her off the ledge, talk her around her moods, her physical swings, her cravings, why her body's doing this, why her body's doing that, why she's breaking down. Where's the strategy for that part? Because that seems to be the element that is consistently missing and why she's consistently failing. Because it's not like just somebody who needs to drop 20 pounds to fit into a dress for a wedding. She is morbidly obese and dying from her weight. Literally, it's literally killing her.
Learning the art of
Hi, Raven. Hi. Hello.
delaying gratification. Meaning
Hi,
this
Dove
trip
Kitty.
is,
Hello. You can't
months
hear
away,
her?
but
Is she too low or you can't hear her at all?
like a few months away.
Let me turn her up. Is that
But
better?
if I can do the hard work now, the payoff will be amazing when it comes time to traveling. And not just that, but just for my health and everything else. So this is about weight loss as well, which is tied into health, but it's also about other things I'd like to cure health wise. Some hormonal imbalance.
Bow, curtsy, do your thing. The queen is in the house.
And things like that, correcting with more natural food. So I'm just planning on eating a lot of
Hi, Anna.
less bad fat, because I don't have a gallbladder, so that's very unhealthy, especially on my liver.
Let me see. I'm just going to check. Let me see. Is morbidly obese and the food the cycle, but okay. She was just low. Okay. It's still interesting to see her. Oh, sorry. Go. All right. Sorry. Thank you, Dove Kitty.
My liver has to work overtime to make up for the emulsifying of fats that the gallbladder.
I can turn her up more.
So eating a very high fat diet is just not ideal for me. It makes me feel sluggish. It makes me feel bad. So
that should
going to be a lot of healthy
now,
fruits and vegetables and lean proteins and things like that.
Okay.
So yeah, it sounds exciting, huh? But health, getting healthy should be exciting.
See, this is where she struggles because she has this compartmentalized in her brain. Bad food, take away, fatty, greasy, yucky stuff. Delicious. Gonna make me feel all of the fireworks. Healthy food, sad, boring, bland, dry, yucky, no good. Always gonna feel hungry when I eat that. She cannot combine the two into her mind that a healthy food can make you feel healthy, nice, satiated, full, and make you and give you enough nutrients throughout the day to keep you going. She's got that divide in her mind. She's said it before. She has said healthy food is rejected by her because she doesn't think she's going to get enough from it. She doesn't know anything about nutrition. She pretends like she does, but she doesn't.
It's a whole new life I've never experienced, and I don't think I can do it, so I have to prove to myself I can. All right, guys. So let's get this vlog.
See, this is where she sucks you in for sympathy. I don't think I can do it. Now, I think she's genuine when she's saying it, but she's doing it to be manipulative. It's like, feel bad for me because I've failed so many times. You need to have faith in me. I'm relying on you to have faith in me because I don't have faith in me. Please support me. Even though her supporters have been through this numerous times, every couple of months, every couple of weeks, it's the same thing. Got to get healthy. And she just keeps putting away. And getting less and less healthy, and less, her lungs get worse. She starts smoking shisha. She just eats more and more and more. I thought Kuwait is supposed to be the golden arc, the glow up arc. She's not meant to be in the worst physical condition we've ever seen her in. I don't see how she can say to us, I am the happiest I've ever been, when her health is on the decline because her ED is just raging. I can't correlate the two. I just can't.
Going. All right. So thanks for watching. So as you can see,
okay, so the max weight on that scale was 180. She is 14 kilos or 28. Oh, no, not 28. It would be about, is it 5 pounds? No, 7 7 pounds off that, something like that. I can't do the conversion. But she's only 14 kilos off being too heavy for the scale, which is a heavy scale. Do you oh God. I think her threshold is just so much higher than most people's, I think. I think she's in that discomfort is really, yeah. No, you know what it is? It's because she's allowed herself to live a life that is so comfortable. Had she had a job, had she been required to leave the house, had she been required to live a regular, normal 9 to 5 and not the YouTube life, I think that perhaps the consequences would have been felt a lot sooner, because she was able to create a comfortable bubble for herself where she never left the house, never left a gaming chair, never left a kitchen. The food was brought to her. Her job she could go to at will, and it was giving her lots and lots of money. She was able to create that bubble of comfort. And now the consequences of that is that she can't get out of it. She mentally cannot escape herself, in my opinion.
Gained weight, like about at least 2 or 3 kilos. Yeah, over 2 kilos at least. And
okay, skip over the chatter because it's all the same blather that we've heard before. Okay, I want to get to the fruit and veg place because that looks good. I'd love to go to a market
next type
like
of vlog, I guess. So I am going to try and take care of my health today. So I'm going to go to the gym, and then right now we're actually going to a fruit and vegetable market. We're out of fresh produce, so there's a pretty big, impressive fruit and vegetable market here in Kuwait that we're going to go check out. So we'll take you guys along, and then I'm going to hit the gym up.
The hills are incoming.
That's right. Yalla, let's go.
Let's go.
Is she hella loud now? Because she's hella loud for me. I'm just gonna dial it back a bit, just a little bit, just a little bit. I don't think when she edits this, she checks her audio. Look at me sounding like I'm a pro.
One of the hardest temptations for me to avoid when going out in public places are all of the food stands. You can smell the delicious fried food. And
well, this is an easy one to solve. Salah's got the money. Salah always orders the food. Salah can just say, no, we're not buying it. Easy fix. So what are you going to do? Throw a tantrum in the street because he won't buy you fried potato swirly sticky thing? He can just say no, because remember what we agreed? We don't buy fried food when we go out. We don't buy takeaway. We only eat what we make at home. End of.
Really sucks saying no, but I did.
Hi, Orca. Hello.
This place is huge. Oh my gosh. So it's basically like a wholesale fruits and vegetables place, but I wanted to check it out because we needed some produce and it's a lot of things. We are getting some herbs.
Together?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, so we've seen Foodie eat a basic green salad. She puts like dill, coriander, I don't know, other arugula, whatever she calls it. Green stuff. Okay, just the greens. What do you guys put in a salad? Because I put in, what's Peter saying? If you want another hit from the news, just know that I am single because of you. If it hasn't been for cookie dough, I'd been married a long time ago. Huh? Stop it. Don't flirt with me, Peter. I don't flirt. Is that flirting? Am I old? I don't know. But don't do that. It makes me uncomfortable. The salad, I put lettuce, tomato, onion, cucumber, red onion, salt, pepper, and my dressing. That's it. But it's got lots of watery veggies in it, not just the leaves. The leaves won't fill you up. It's the chewy bits with the fibers in it. The lettuce is just filler. You need all the other stuff. She doesn't put that in her salads. Ew.
Nana is mint and dill and coriander and parsley. It's like individual stands, people selling things. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Does she still look like she's using filters? Because her skin's looking pretty rough, but her face proportions still don't seem right.
This is what I've been craving. Watermelon. Oh my gosh. So this place is like maybe 2 Costco's or so
She's too
of
slow.
just fresh produce.
I'm going to
It's
speed
a
it up
fresh
because she's
produce
too
market,
slow.
very huge, with individual vendors all there to sell their individual things. Now we came very late, pretty much close to closing, so a lot of vendors were closed, as you can see here. Usually these would be open and people, the sheets wouldn't be on them, and people would be selling their things here.
I wonder why they went so late. Is it because they slept in or it's just too hot for her to go outside? You would think they'd go when everybody's open so you could get the best choice, and you'd go early in the morning so you get the best pick, not just the crap that's left over.
So yeah, instead of carts, you have these individual people coming with like a trolley, and they follow you around and put your things on the trolley for you, and follow you around the store, put the things on, and then at the end you
Hi,
give them a
shenanigans.
nice tip,
Happy
and they also help you park
Festa.
the car as well. So these are all individual apricots and peaches and plums and pretty much every fruit you can imagine. So yeah, I love apricots. And here's Salah just looking to buy some.
She talks about how much she loves all the fresh fruit, all the whole foods, all the fruits and all the veg. But whenever she sits down to do a mukbang, she never does a fruit and veg platter. No, she sits down, she never does a gorgeous platter of fruits, of stone fruits, cherries, pineapples with yogurt or a cream sauce. It's always fried burgers or bread. It's never any of these food that she absolutely loves. She doesn't. She wants to love them. I don't think she actually loves them.
Seedless grapes, so they're one of his favorite fruits.
Boy,
Me personally, I prefer the cherries here. So this is what we have so far. Some nice figs, Syrian figs, a bunch of cantaloupes. I love cantaloupe. And wow, I'm always amazed by the beautiful color of fruits and vegetables. They're so appealing to the eye, and I just love the different colors here. Wow, a yellow melon. These are zucchinis. You see a lot of those because one of the
zucchini. I
popular
used to
dishes here
hate
is mashi,
zucchini. Now I
and
love
that's
it.
stuffed vegetables, and mashi kusa is stuffed zucchini. That's why you see a lot of them. And I also need some green onions, so we're going to get some of these giant ones here. You're getting falafel, which means three of them, right?
Yes. Does anybody just see her buy all this stuff and just think it's going to go to rot? She'll never eat any of it. It's like a total waste. I feel like it's a massive waste. And they always buy too much. Between them, they don't eat the veg.
Yeah, I'm so sweaty walking around here, but I'm forcing myself to do it. I'm in the gym.
Imagine saying, I'm forcing myself to walk around buying our fruit and veg. She's forcing herself. She's not injured at this point. She's forcing herself to walk around because she's so hot and uncomfortable, just doing a normal activity. Now that's I'm going to admit that is an extremely ableist thing to say, but the reality is that her viewers and her audience have been telling her for ages she needs to move and she needs to do something for her health. The fact that she does not have any disabilities that would normally stop her, other than her increasing weight and her reduction of her own mobility because of her lack of effort, has got her to where she is. So I don't feel bad saying that. Imagine allowing yourself to get to the stage where walking just up and down an aisle slowly in air conditioning is a feat, is a goal achieved for the day. Okay.
All right, we're done here. Going to the gym. All right, so here I am at the gym in the change room. I'm feeling tired, not up to working out, but I push myself to at least do a good 45 minutes. I start with the arm exercise machines. Those ones are usually pretty empty, so I start doing that. Just some pull downs and some bicep curls here. I'm very limited, as you know, as to what I can show you in the gym.
I'm going to sound like a broken record, but if anybody agrees with me in the chat, let me know. For her, she needs to lose weight. Absolutely. Off her frame, to take pressure off her organs, take pressure off her lungs, for her joints and her mobility. Building the muscle is not something that she should be looking at right now. She needs to be looking at dropping pounds, doing cardio to burn fat, to burn calories. And then once she sort of gets to a more comfortable weight, then focus on getting strong and making her body strong. For now, she just needs to be moving. This is not going to do anything. If anything, like I said last night, she's probably going to end up hurting herself. And what's happened? She's hurt herself. I don't think it's probably happened on the treadmill. I think she's probably pulled something out on one of the machines, and she's tried to walk through it because she's always in pain. Her back always hurts, so she probably ignored it, probably didn't warm up, probably didn't stretch, and now she's hurt herself, which is going to put her further back. But I don't know. She probably wasn't going to last more than a day or two anyway. But if you are starting a gym routine and you are morbidly obese and you haven't done it for ages, go and talk to a doctor or talk to a professional before you do anything, because you could end up hurting yourself seriously, especially backs. Oh my God. Backs are the worst.
So,
Hi,
and
Abby.
also
Hi.
can't really show myself when I don't have my
Hi,
hijab on,
Simples.
which is while I'm at the gym. So I'm just doing some bicep curls and now some walking on the treadmill. I do about 15 minutes of interval speeds, not too high yet, but I start, I do 2.4 and I alternate. You can see that was the beginning of my time, 15 minutes. Now I do the majority of my time at 1.6. I get lower back pain when I walk too much, so even 15 minutes was a pretty big push for me, but I do 1.6 and then I usually...
Now, I can relate to that. When I was about 322 at my highest, I would go to the shopping mall just to keep my brain busy, but I would walk around the shops very slowly and just do whatever, hang out, see what's going on there, get some lunch, la-di-da-di-da. My back would kill. But at a shopping center, what's the nifty thing about a shopping center is that you had seats that you could sit down and take a rest, and then you could get up and keep walking. And I managed to get myself to a place where I could go back to work because my back got so bad I couldn't work for a little while. I got back, so I got enough stamina, I got enough core strength back that I could work a normal shift. It got to the point where I could probably stand up for maybe 20, 30 minutes at a time, and then my back would hurt and I'd have to rest and I'd stand up. But I just pushed myself to walk until I got beyond that point. And then I could run, and I had my weight loss surgery and all that good stuff. But she needs to work through discomfort. And it's not going to be like the next day it's going to be magically gone, or the next day, or the next. It was months of work and lots of discomfort. And that's not something she's used to.
Usually up the speed to no more than 2.4 for a few minutes at a time. And yeah, that's pretty much what I do for a workout.
Oh, that's all right, Abby.
Okay, so post gym, we're going to have a fish dinner. It's quite late, so we're going to have this. I need to organize the kitchen a lot. So we ordered grilled fish, and that's eggplant, bread, rice, mabush tahina, takus, rice for both of us. I'm not going to have the Pepsi. I'm going to give it to Salah. I'm going to have this bottle of water. All right, let's eat. Yalla, bismillah.
Bismillah ar-Rahman.
All right.
Oh, well, I'm glad she didn't have the bread, but I bet she had a crap ton of the rice. Absolute crap ton of the rice. Why would you go to the gym and then just binge and pig out like that? That just sounds just ridiculous.
I now have to organize all of this fruit and
Hi,
veg.
Enchanted Rose. Hi.
I did have a fig and an apricot before the gym,
Yeah,
and these are very delicious Syrian figs. Yalla.
Why is she talking in the baby voice? Why is she talking in the baby voice? Is it because she's out of breath and she thinks it makes her sound less breathless? But why? I don't like it. It creeps me out. Ew. Could put some bass
All right,
in the
guys, so
voice.
that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for coming along, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Okay. Right. Ew. She won't stop. She's harassing me now. She's stalking me. Okay, so that's one down. Now, we're going to see the difference because I've edited the next one. Yes, I've done my magic. This took me all day, guys, okay? It was at the very extreme end of my editing prowess. So it's only 6 or 7 minutes long. So yeah, and there's a groovy song at the end, but we might not listen to it. But okay, let's get it going. How's everybody going, by the way? Your dog eats better than her. I would probably believe that. I think her cat Julia probably has better food sense than Foodie. Wrong screen. Oh God, you think I'd know what I'm doing by now, right? Okay. This one. Oh, that's okay. Oh, you know what I did? I uploaded it to our YouTube so I could do it there if we need to change the speed, because that's the kind of creator that I am, always thinking ahead, right? But still not clicking the right buttons. There we are. That's the one we need. Okay. The little 3 dots. View on YouTube. play, and then I go over here, pull you over here. I had to ask someone because I had no idea, but I asked one of the computer geeky guys from work, how do you use 2 screens? I can't make the thing work. And he's like, you just use the cursor to pull the screens across. I'm like, oh, okay. And I came home and it worked first shot. And I'm like, I'm such an idiot. Such an idiot. And now I'm swapping things like a maestro. Okay. Righty. Oh, okay. Big food, big big foodie, little foodie, big me is what I was trying to say. Okay. So there is a little intro because I'm thinking about uploading this. I don't know yet, but I've made it like it's a video, like a clip that I can put on just for perusal later, but we'll see. Let me know if it's loud enough.
I promised I would wait for you, but I'm getting so impatient. Tell me that you're ready now.
Oh, it's a
This room is
thunderstorm.
big enough for 2, and I wanna do that something that.
All right, so this is day 2 of going to the gym. I really don't feel like it. Like, really don't. But I'm going to go and at least do.
We've all been there. I wanted to go to the gym all last week. Did I go? Nope. What did I do instead? I walked to work extra. But she seems really like down and bothered and just deflated. Like she does not seem excited about this. She seems like she's just waiting. I think she's just like, this is going to be miserable.
Like 40 minutes. And, yalla.
Hello.
Hi, babe.
Hi, baby.
Can't see me.
Your time is up. My time is now. You can't see me. My time is now.
Who's this guy? I can't tell who it is. He's disguised. He's a master of disguises, this one. Don't let Sala know she's hanging out with the new guy.
Okay, yalla.
I know that song. I'm not going to sing it though, Peter. You will not trick me. But yes, I know that song. Oh, it's dance break, guys.
So, today's workout was extremely hard for some reason. Like, harder than usual. I only did 15 minutes on the treadmill, but my back was hurting. And then I did the upper.
She looks like she is in physical distress. Like, if I was working at the gym and this lady had gotten off a machine and she was, aside from the fact that she's got a filter on her face, her voice, like, I'd be like, hun, are you okay? Do you need to sit down? Would you like some water? She does not look like good. She does not sound good. And the fact that they've walked out of the gym and sat in the car and she's still elevated like this, that's scary.
Body stuff today. All the lower body machines were taken when I wanted to use them, so. And there's some machines I'm still self-conscious to use because
she always picks really dumb music for her vlogs, and I couldn't take it, so I added something cool in there.
look hard to get into.
Don't worry, babe. It will be hard at the beginning. Then it will get easier and easier, inshallah.
Inshallah.
You are strong and you can do it, babe.
Oh,
Mm.
thanks, baby.
You'll come on.
Right,
He
y'all,
said
let's
his
go
lines
home.
beautifully.
Imagine, guys, Chantal with 8-pack. I know it's new for you guys.
Guys, that was a glimpse into the future. Most of us just aim for, less belly fat. Some of us like a 6-pack. Not our Chantal. She's reaching for the moon. She's shot for the moon and hit the stars. She's gone for an 8-pack. Does she realize that you've probably got to have for a woman to have an 8-pack or even a 6-pack, you would have to have a body fat percentage less than, say, 17%. And that is considered scarily underweight for a woman. But, you know, achievable goals, guys, achievable goals. First thing to do, set an achievable goal.
But it's Chantal special edition. Right, babe?
Yeah.
Mm.
I had a dream a long time ago that I had a six-pack, and ever since then I've kind of wanted that low key. So
Super low key,
Yeah.
so low key,
Inshallah.
it's buried in the earth's crust. That low key.
Yeah, like, let's go home.
Woo!
Walking to the home.
And I still don't know who is this guy hanging out with Chantal. Does Salah know? Does he know? Who is this guy?
I'm sorry.
I always believe on you, baby.
Thanks, babe. I appreciate it. I love
Everest abs. She's getting them Everest abs.
There's a small gym here. There's a pool out there, but it's drained right now.
And Darth Vader has entered the house. Just listen to her breathing. And all she's done is walk into the gym. This is, and I know it sounds like I'm making fun, but it's scary to me. It is frightening to me. I think she needs to be on oxygen. I honestly think she needs to have an oxygen tank. Her breathing and the limited amount of movement that it takes for her to get breathless like that is frightening. And the fact that she's smoking and she still breathes like this, ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
For cleaning.
Yeah, you'll feel it at the moment.
Yeah.
Hi, Jade. Hi.
All right, inshallah. Thank you. Oh yeah.
I don't know about you guys. I am very hard. My vision is absolutely rooted, completely terrible. I'm so grateful that we have Sala around to point out the plants to the left and to the right. Because, you know, important details, guys. Oh, all right. See you soon, Anna. It is a dry heat in Kuwait. Yep. No humidity. Oh, did you see Sal's new shirt? She must have bought him a new outfit. Lucky guy.
I feel like I'm an American Psycho. This is the biggest watermelon. I can hardly carry it. I have had trouble.
Yep. It's like, it's almost like the more you tell her something, the less she listens. She is defiant. She can't have defiant disorder or whatever it is, because that's with children. But it's almost like she thinks that it doesn't apply to her. It applies to everybody else. But she's outside the laws of physics. She's outside the laws of nature. Not Chantal. It's different when it's me. I can defy the odds. That does look good, that watermelon, though.
I felt a pop when I was on the treadmill. The lower back pain was starting, and I felt like a pop. So then I did the weight machines on my arms.
I totally get what you were trying to say now. I apologize, Peter. You interchanged the lyrics for Cotton Eye Joe with Cotton Eyed Cookie. My mistake. You're absolved. You were not flirting with me.
And then I got in the car, and I was like having trouble getting in the car because SUV is higher.
I never, in my wildest dreams, imagined that I'd be a professional climber.
Usually I don't have trouble, but with my back pain, it's like a shooting pain. So then we got home, and just since then, I've just been so sleepy, and just...
Chantal, just say it. Just say you hate the fucking gym and you don't want to go. Just say it. Just say, look, I'm not ready for the gym. I'm just going to work on the food. I'm just going to go walk down on the beach. Don't make a big performance about it. Just say you don't like going to the gym and just take the L, take the criticism, take the heat, take the bad attitude from Salah and do what's best for you and not force yourself to go to the gym and potentially probably actually hurt yourself. Oh, I just burped a little. How gross. Don't do that. Just say you don't like it and do something else. Go and use the pool. Go to the beach. Get a treadmill at home. But doing something that you don't like is just going to set you up for failure.
Oh my gosh, I need to take it easy. So, I can't even like stand for very long. Like I can't.
I know.
Do certain things for very long. So, I'll have to take a couple days to get healed up a bit. Take some. If I find my Advil.
So anybody else who's been on a diet, distraction is a great tool, right? So not only is she just taking the gym out of the equation and leaving the home, like a reason to leave the house and have extra movement, she's literally just going to be stuck at home now, not thinking about food, not thinking about how hungry she is, not thinking about all the snacks that are in the cupboard and are in the fridge. She's not going to be thinking about food while she's sitting at home surrounded by her food, and she's food obsessive. So this is going to be even harder because she's trying not to eat and trying to eat well. Can't wait to see the mukbang that she does.
I got lost in transition from one apartment to the next. I need to take my extra strength Advil that I brought from Canada, and I have Tylenol, but that's not going to help for anti-inflammatory. It's not an anti-inflammatory. So once I get that all.
So Salah can get her benzos, but he can't get her ibuprofen. That's what ibuprofen is. We know she can get ibuprofen. That's what she needs for an anti-inflammatory, ibuprofen. He got her some of that. She's had that before. So why is she talking about Advils?
Start feeling better a bit. I try to get up and just stretch a bit, because stretch out my back, because I don't know if that helps or makes it worse. Like
she's stretching, guys. It's her yoga. This is Foodie's yoga. Like a cat stretch. She's doing the salute to the sun. Yep. Little mini twerk in there for you, Abby.
So, but this has happened a few times. Like I've hurt my back a few times. And yeah, it's because I'm overweight. I'm sure of it. I mean, I have a lot of weight weighing on my back. So
they are gross. I know, yuck bangs. They are pretty bad.
Or something gave out when I was at the gym. So I think I'll have to wait a bit, and then I'll be back to the gym after that once I start feeling a bit better, but I can actually just walk around.
But you couldn't do that before the gym. That's why you were going to the gym, because you can't walk around. You can't do anything. That's why we're going to the gym. So are we going to the doctor? Are we going to go get checked out? Are we going to make sure nothing substantial has been damaged? Or is this going to be an ongoing back issue? This is going to be ongoing. It's going to be her reason not to use the gym now. Is that going to be the excuse?
But yeah, so I'm just feeling kind of like tired from the pain. So I've just been like sleeping it off a lot. Probably gonna just like rest. Just gonna rest.
That's what got her where she is, all the resting. So I'm just gonna rest. That's what you do every day, is rest. Something different, something new, something unusual, Chantal.
With my cats and my husband.
What the fuck is wrong with me? Oh, God, no wonder I don't have a husband. Oh well, they suck anyways.
Hers does.
So the gym wellness vlog maybe be off for a couple days. I can still do a vlog and vlog how I'm doing, and like because I'm still making efforts on this.
Ask her how she's doing. How are you doing, Chantal? You seem like you're doing pretty great.
Weight loss journey, which is what my mukbangs are going to be pretty much, as you will see.
She doesn't believe it. She doesn't even believe what she's saying.
Okay, I'm going to get off of here. I just wanted to end my video, so I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, guys, take care. Bye.
I wanted a new exit song. It's a good one. All right. I'm just going to turn that down and just leave it play, because it's nice to have background sometimes, isn't it? Okay. So Chantal doesn't even believe what she's saying. She's miserable at the idea of it. Now, we are going to watch her yuck bang. I'm going to use that word if that's okay, Enchanted Rose. Yuck Bang. Apparently, I saw a little bit of it. It is diet food. It's a small portion with like 2 or 3 courses and some water. Might be delicious. Is she going to have eye rolls? Is she going to ooh and ah her way through it? Are we going to have food spilling everywhere? Is it going to be an old school traditional foodie style mukbang? Don't know, but we're going to watch it and find out. I do like this song. I just randomly came across it and I'm like, that's my new exit song. Okay. So do you think I should upload that, or is it a bit cringe? Tell me the truth. It's a bit dumb, isn't it? But I was just trying stuff to see what I can do. And there's stuff that happens, like you'll be in there in your editor and it'll click something and it'll make a function happen. And I'm like, I don't want that function. But how do I reset it? I don't know how to undo it. So I get frustrated sometimes clicking and clacking, but it's way fun to learn how to do stuff and learn how to do it even better and faster and stuff. But it's a new skill. It's probably something I shouldn't be learning to do because of my eyes, because it does give me a lot of eye fatigue. But, you know, I'll work through the pain, a little bit of discomfort, right? I'm not a quitter. My mama didn't raise no quitter. Okay, so now we're going to watch the mukbang. She needs a nashi. Oh, thanks, Abby. I get most of my music from an app, a subscription called Epidemic Sound. They have original music creators in there, and they do all sorts of different stuff. A lot of vloggers and that use it, but they've got some absolute bangers on there. A lot of the intro and outro songs that I get, they're better quality ones than the little shitty free ones you get, because you got to pay for them and pay for the royalties. And with that, I'm not sponsored or anything, but with that particular app, I can actually add my YouTube channel to a safe playlist. So if they scan for their music, because you know how they scan for music, go, oh, copyright, they'll actually scan it and be like, oh no, that's okay. That YouTuber has a subscription with us with that music writer, so they can use that on their channel. And I think you can get different subscriptions. You can use it across multiple platforms. Like if you've got 3 YouTube channels, you can use it for all 3 of them. So I can use as much groovy music as I like. I could sit here and listen to the music all night long. It's not music that you know, but music you can enjoy. And yeah, I've actually added some of the stuff to my playlist because they're pretty freaking fire. All right, so let's do. And there's even some K-pop stuff on there. There's some K-pop writers on there, and I was very happy about that. Yes. Okay. Foodie beauty. She hasn't done any music. Maybe she could take the couple of days off that she's got going on and write some new songs. Maybe she could write a gym song, like a workout song for the gym. Lay down some sick beats. Okay. Oh, I can already tell there's going to be lots of chewing sounds. It's okay. It'll be all right. I'll persevere. People have gone through worse things than listening to her chew. All right. Okay, so this one is called chicken piccata, creamed Brussels sprouts. Oh my God, I love Brussels sprouts. And chocolate ice cream. You can keep your chocolate ice cream. I don't like chocolate ice cream. I am a boysenberry swirl caramel, pretty much every other flavor other than chocolate, except for mint chocolate. I take chocolate over mint chocolate. Okay. Let's go. Yeah, and the fork. No, Abby, you know how when she ate the fire noodles and she gagged? The way she holds chopsticks. Yes, I said chopsticks. It annoys me so much. She holds them so far down, like she's trying to write with pens. I can't. If you can't use chopsticks, don't. Just use a fork. What? Okay, let's come up with a list of sounds that are worse than the sound of Foodie chewing. Obviously, the sound of someone gagging when they're about to throw up. I find the sound of someone who stands there and clicks a pen consistently, I just want to punch them in the throat. Please, dog lovers out there, don't be mad at me, but a husky, like like just going mental and having like a freak out. Not when they're being cute and just talking to you, but when they're losing their shit, that it literally actually hurts me. Oh, there's lots of sounds that bug me, but I just can't think of any at the minute. I'm not one of those people that have that chewing. Like, I don't usually mind sound of people chewing, but Foodie slops her mouth like nobody else. I don't understand it. But let's see if her food looks any good, because if it's not prepared by her and it's not takeaway, it might actually be delicious. Would you eat it is more the question. Gum popping, popcorn eating, ice crunching.
Hello, foodie beauties.
No, it's a question for everybody.
Guys, hey.
Everybody, make a list of the
Welcome,
sounds that you
welcome
don't
to the
like.
video. So today I look dead because I'm in so much pain because
She looks no different from any other day. She just doesn't have as many filters on. But thanks for letting us know how you're feeling on the inside.
I injured myself at the gym. Like, I was walking on the treadmill and the lower back pain was starting. And then I felt like a pop just from walking. Like, what? I thought you had to bend over for that. Anyway, so I'm super.
No, because it could be that your hips are out of alignment, your vertebrae could be compressed from the weight, your core, your hip flexors might be out of alignment because they're being pulled down by your stomach. You've probably got no core strength or lower back strength. I'm not a doctor or a physiologist or physiotherapy person, but I've gone through issues from my own weight loss. And there are certain parts of my body that are completely janked up because of my excess weight that I used to have. My hips and my lower back, I've got to strengthen them up to keep everything else working. They're my problem areas. You do not have to bend down to have lower back problems. It can come from the front, from the side, from your knees, from your ankles. And for her to be completely sedentary nearly almost all the time, and then just to go, I'm going to go jump on the treadmill and go for a brisk walk at 1.5 kilometers an hour, problematic. She should have been using a cycle or something with no incline.
I can't find my Advil, so I have a huge bottle.
Ew. Oh.
But I took aspirin.
Okay, no shade, hazelnut vanilla frappuccino. I saw that Jade wrote hazelnut lovely in the chat, and I'm like, ew, who likes hazelnut? And then I realized hazelnut vanilla frappuccino is in the chat. That's the only hazelnut that I will have around me is you. Okay, no shade. It's Christy Claw here. No shade, Christy, because Christy likes a hazelnut coffee.
Aspirin.
So what's she having today?
Anyway, I have today
chocolate ice cream.
Kuwait has an obesity problem. I think they're like number one for obesity rate in the world.
Now, this is true. This is 100% true. Something like, what of it? I've actually had the stats up. Oh, I don't have it up now. But there's a difference between obesity and overweight. Okay. Overweight is carrying excess fat. Now, nearly 70% of Kuwaitians, by the stats, by the year, I think it was 2030, will be overweight. Not obese. Obese is when it starts to medically affect you. Now, only 43% of the population in Kuwait is considered obese, which is not as high as some other countries. So for someone like Chantal to be strolling around Kuwait is actually quite rare, because most people are into the overweight capacity, not into the obese lane. That's why she hasn't seen people her own size, is because she thinks that overweight means morbidly obese. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Overweight is 20 kilos or less. And she's about 110 kilos overweight for her height. So she's not the person that she doesn't fit the category that she's talking about in Kuwait. But she's right, sort of.
I haven't seen like too many huge people walking around though, which is weird.
That's because they're overweight, not obese.
Stay in, I'm not sure. But anyway, so they have a lot of diet centers, a lot of meal preparation services. So this
They are number one in the world, though. They do perform a lot of stomach stapling operations over there because of the obesity issue. And it is because of the takeaway culture in Kuwait, which is probably the absolute worst place for her to move to with an eating disorder and an already morbidly obese woman. So she's put herself in an environment that has now put her into crisis. So excellent judgment there, Foodie. Excellent.
I'm trying a diet service. They
Oh,
portion
a
up the
service.
meals and everything is the macros are there, the calories. So I am actually excited to
Didn't they just go and buy a whole bunch of groceries, like $300 worth of groceries, and then went and bought some fruit and veg? Is that not going to be eaten now? Oh, well, it's not my money wasted.
diet, but so yeah, let's get into it anyways. So this is definitely portioned out. Lemon chicken piccata with
Ooh, I've made that. That's so good.
creamed Brussels sprouts, and I think it has beef bacon. This whole meal is
I would 100% couldn't eat that size portion, but I would eat that. Mine would probably look a little bit nicer than that. There'd definitely be less cream and more Brussels sprouts. But I have made chicken lemon piccata, and I love Brussels sprouts, especially with a garlic cream sauce or garlic and a bit of butter and salt, pepper. Delicious. I would have probably a side salad as well, and probably a third of that chicken breast, all of those Brussels sprouts, and none of the dessert.
400.
But I can't eat big
400
portions. So.
calories.
How many?
And this is orzo salad. This is
Ooh.
250 calories. And this is their homemade chocolate ice cream, which is going to melt. But I should eat it now. 140 calories. I'm eating dessert first.
She does
They have
see
other
herself
desserts.
differently.
Maybe I'll get the ice
She
cream
has
overload. So the
I
macros
think she's
are
got
here.
dysmorphia. Not diagnosing, but she doesn't see herself how she
72
is.
grams calories. 6 grams carbs, 2 grams protein, 5 grams fat.
At this point, why is she even concerned about the carbs? She just needs to eat less. Like literally anything she is been eating, if she just cut it in half or cut it in thirds, that would make a complete difference to her calorie count. She just being so finite about the calories that she's taking in is just going to confuse and stress her out. She just eat what you're given. Don't worry about it. Ugh.
Of course, it's a small portion. I miss these little spoons you get as a kid, remember?
Why does she eat the ice cream first? Why does she have dessert first? I don't understand it.
No. That can wait till after. No, you can't
Fat
have chocolate.
shaming, yeah. Statistics is
I
fat
gave her
shaming.
food.
Mm-hmm.
But she likes mine. I should lock her in another room while I'm...
Yeah, so 790 calories. So for Foodie to be maintaining her weight, I think we worked out that she had to eat around 2,800 calories. I think we worked out it was at 28, 29. So if she's just had 800 calories, we'll round it up to 800. 800 calories. And then, so that would leave her another 2,000 calories. So that's $1,000 and a couple of snacks. She could easily eat two 8 in a day and still be comfortable and satiated, but she's trying to break her eating habits, and that's where she's going to fall apart. I wouldn't be surprised if she didn't have a massive binge after this. The portion's just not there for her. But if this is all that she ate, and then she had another normal meal like this, so she could have 3 of these meals and still be okay and lose a bit of weight. That would work if that's all she ate, if that's all she stuck to. And let's assume she did.
I'm doing mukbangs. Next time I will. So this has like a dressing on it, portioned out. Okay. Julia. Do you guys like artichokes?
No,
I've never been like
I don't like
on them, but
artichokes.
They're very good for you. This is olives or
I'm not really all that into Australian music. I know the big bands like AC/DC, John Farnham, Jimmy Barnes, Cold Chisel, which was Jimmy Barnes' band, Little River Band, Jack Jones, Kylie Minogue, like Savage Garden. I know like the big names and the Amorossi twins. Is it Amorossi? No, not Amorossi. The Veronicas. Like, we've got some good musicians, but I'm not really into Australian rock music per se, but Cold Chisel, anthem music for all Australians.
So,
And AC/DC, I mean, they're internationally famous.
Beauty Bite.
If she rolls her eyes back in her head, I'm done.
Mmm.
I'm out.
That's actually really good. Yummy. Let's try the Brussels sprouts. Is this bacon? What is this?
It wouldn't be bacon because it would be halal.
Maybe turkey?
Why is she being so discerning? She literally shovels any crap into her mouth. She's picking at this like a toddler.
Turkey bacon?
Oh, Duran
No.
Duran's Australian? No,
Actually,
they're
no.
English. They're English. Duran Duran's English.
No, this was in like the low carbs section, but I could throw in a bit of rice, maybe. Bismillah. I'm sorry, guys. Let me just try this here.
Yeah, Savage Garden. They're ours. They're from
Really?
Ipswich, which is about 2-3 hours from me. Oh, about 2 hours away from me.
Yummy.
Now, she's eating this very differently to how she normally eats her takeaways. Can't get enough on the fork. Just absolutely cannot get enough. Unless she's deliberately mindfully eating, taking small bites, thoroughly chewing, swallowing, taking another bite. She's not eating it with the gusto that she usually eats her other meals. Whether that she is practicing mindful eating or not, I just think she's got it in her brain. This is healthy food, so then therefore, it's yucky. She's using a proper one, though. It's not plastic. Let's give her that at least. Oh, I know the Shakespeare Sister. They got some really high octave voices. I can't remember the songs they sing, but they had a very big song in about 1992 or 3. Was it Stay? Stay With Me or something like that? They were really good. And I think they were Australian.
You wouldn't like any of this.
That's a wedding song, that one, Abby. Hi, Glamosaurus Rex. Hi.
Not seasoned. Yeah, the lemon sauce with some rice would be good to soak it up.
Oh,
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, but adults just don't eat like this. They just don't. Oh my god.
I'm such a mess.
Yeah, you are.
Really.
They had the really pale makeup, blunt fringes. One had crazy long hair and one had short pixie hair, I
Really
think.
good. Hey. Yummy, yum, yum. The salad is really delicious. Oh my gosh. If you're you're such a beezer. Stop it, Julia. No.
It's what happens when you adopt street cats, Chantal. Don't follow the rules.
For this meal, it was for everything. I'll put the conversion.
Oh, they were British. I wasn't sure.
I'm not sure. I have to ask Salah. And when I edit, I'll include it.
I want Brussels sprouts, not going to lie. I haven't done groceries yet this week. I might have to put some on the shopping list.
So,
and make creamed Brussels sprouts. Or I should make lemon piccata this week. I should recreate this meal. I'm going to do it. Not the chocolate milk though. Blech. The chocolate ice cream. Yuck.
Yeah, how's it going so far? Well, I'm trying these portions.
Oh, and just so you know, Russell Crowe is in ours. He does not belong to us. We will claim we'll claim the Hemsworth brothers because they are ours. But Russell is in ours. He's actually from New Zealand. And even and Nicole Kidman, she's Australian because she grew up in Australia. So her nationality is Australian, but she was actually born in Hawaii.
And you'll see I have a vlog. Go check it out of me injuring. Like I went to the gym last night.
Oh, that was a good one. We all loved that song.
After the treadmill, I started doing the weights.
That's probably what's hurt her back.
And then I noticed my back hurting.
Mm-hmm.
But I had to sit down to do the weights, right? So it wasn't as bad. But then walking to the car, I'm like, oh my gosh, my back.
Oh.
This is so good.
Ma'am.
Even my hijab loves it.
Uh-huh. Oh, God.
I mean, I'm not in the best mood because I'm...
Who holds their fork like that when they chop meat? Are you a barbarian? That's okay.
Kind of like pigging out on things that
Ah.
I eat.
Summer Heights High. That is super familiar. Let me just do a quick Google. Summer Heights High. What was that? Was that an Australian show? Oh. Jamae. I used to love that show. And the dance teacher was my favorite. I absolutely loved the dance teacher. Oh yeah, Jamae.
Also, I'm in pain.
He's funny. He's a funny guy. He's really funny.
Like you're gonna get a lot of food, but not bad. I mean,
see, this is the thing. It's portion. She must have it in her brain that lots of food means good food. If there's lots of it, that's exciting. That's what her brain's trained. Big portions, big portions, big portions.
If my back wasn't hurting so bad, I would have made a big salad with it.
But didn't she just chop up a heap of veg yesterday? I thought she chopped up a heap of veg for a while, for a couple of days, because she was going to be snacking on all these vegetables. Or did she just chop up enough vegetables for that meal? I'm not sure, because she said she was chopping up veg for ages. I thought she'd done a couple of days prep.
But
Oh,
this place has like
I love Kath and Kim. Kath and Kim is iconic. There are a couple of lines from that show that I absolutely adore. One of my favorite ones is when Kath's talking to Kim, the mum. She's like, "You're looking a bit chooky there, mum." "What do you mean, Kim?" "Well, I look good for my age." "Begurk, mum. Begurk." Love that. "Did you clean out the bin there?" "Yes, mum. I'm not a fool."
so many.
Love that. Not a
different options
fool.
for foods. So I'll try different ones.
She uses crazy oily dressings. Yeah. She's not enjoying this meal, you can tell.
Anyway.
What was to chop up? She
I
just
had a
ripped up lettuce,
nightmare.
washed and ripped up lettuce. That's right. Oh, was the veggies for Harry? Maybe that's what the veggies were for. I don't know.
I don't know if it's because I took aspirin before bed, but I usually have nightmares. Anyway. It was that...
Why is she having nightmares?
Salah and I were like, I don't know, for some reason, I was living with my mom's, but I was with Salah
Super bland.
in Canada, and I had to go to high school. Like,
Oh my God.
I was still in high school, and I was complaining to my mom, like, I'm still in high school at 40.
Oh, I didn't put her on fast.
I want to drop out. I'm done with school. I have this dream a lot. And then I like come to realize I've already graduated high school.
This is because she's stuck in her teen years. She is emotionally delayed. She still feels like she's in high school and she's not graduated. That's her subconscious is telling her that.
And I was like, I still have 2 years?
Beige. Yep.
No way.
Beige. Where's the
I'm
green?
just gonna
There's
drop
no
out
green
and get my
here.
GED.
I guess the Brussels sprouts kind
Like,
of.
if I was still in high school,
kinda
at 40, at
considered
that point, I'd probably give up. You're failing till you're the age of 40. That would suck. So I go to school anyway.
Right. Fast forward. We've seen the food.
That was actually good.
Okay. I'm bored.
That orzo.
I don't need to sit her. And, she didn't like it. She's probably going to have something to eat later because that won't fill her up. Only simply because she's just not used to having small portions and it takes a bit of time to adjust. She probably should have had a big, heavy, dense salad with lots of tomatoes, veg, probably some sprouts, some heavier foods in there to just fill her up and then eventually drop her calories down. Like, I think she's probably done a drop too quick, small drops until you get to a stage where the portions feel a little bit more normalized. But that's just what I'm suggesting. Okay, so who wants to watch a Cindy video? Because that's what we're doing now. I'm going to get rid of this one. Okay, so for those who were here yesterday, we watched a Life Plus Cindy, her latest, the stream, the big one where she dropped the news that her husband had cheated on her and then impregnated the woman that he'd been cheating with her, and he's left her and he's going to be going and he's chosen the woman who's having the baby. And she was due, and she's due in about, I think this happened like a week ago. She's due in about 2 weeks. So things are going to go apeshit after that. So what we need to do now is to get caught up with Cindy so we know what the lowdown is when things go hectic, if they go hectic. I'm assuming they are going to be, but we'll see. I hope she's okay. Like, I really don't want her to lose her shit, but I'm happy to follow along with her drama. Okay, so let me grab the video. Now, we will be watching this through a smaller channel by the name of I've forgotten it already. Let me pull it up. I've got it in my description. It is something reality. My brain's a bit fuzzy today, guys. Sorry. There we go. It is called... Where is it? Unpleasant Reality. We're going to watch their video. It is... Okay. Oh, no, that's not the one I want to watch. It's a different one. It's longer than that. She's got about 5 or 6. We're not going to watch all of them. But this one is the All You Need to Know About Life Plus Cindy, aka. It was dropped about 2 days ago. And it is a basic starter guide to Cindy. Now, it is a little bit biased because I don't think this person particularly likes her. But it is very well edited, very well put together. You don't have to slog through a lot of crap, and she's broken it up into topics, which I love. So let's watch that one. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, I know that not everybody's probably going to be into Cindy because we haven't followed along yet, but I'm giving her a chance. She's a nice, solid distraction while Chantal's still in this Kuwait arc. And we don't know how long she's going to be there, but, you know, and you got to have a bit of diversity in your life, right, guys? Okay. Now, are we ready to go? Oh, let's put it on. We'll put it on normal speed, and then we'll see how we go. Please jump over to can't remember the first name, Unpleasant Reality. Please, if you'd like her stuff and the way she's edited this, please jump over to her channel, like her video, watch it in full, and also if you'd like to, subscribe to her channel. I am not affiliated with them at all, but from what I've seen from them, they do a good job. Okay. And let me know if it is too loud or too quiet. Arugula. Isn't that Rocket? Isn't that the same as Rocket?
This video serves as a deep dive into the public figure and influencer life plus Cindy, formerly known as Pleasant Sims. It serves to provide a
Rocket.
comprehensive guide for anyone who might be new to her channel,
It's
as well as point out some of the main
just for seafood pie. Rocket is basically like a nothing tasting plant. Doesn't taste bitter, doesn't taste sour. It's a little bit peppery. It's kind of like a peppery spinach in my eyes. It's just there for the fiber, for the texture, for the look. Some people don't like it. I don't mind it. It tastes like nothing to me. Just adds a little bit of dimension to your salad. But it's Rocket, basically.
criticisms of her. It also discusses the impact of her content on her audience and vice versa, since including every important point of the
Natural.
situation made this video quite long.
Natural, you're just in time. We're watching a catch-up video on Life Plus Cindy. I've found a creator that's actually got a starter guide to her broken up. So we're going to start watching it. And we've just started watching it now. So we've got to pay close attention so we can get all caught up.
Feel free to skip around the highlighted chapters or sections of the video that interest you.
Oh, and again, if you want to put red flags up in the chat when we see something, or I'm going to try and read the chat quite a bit. So if you've got questions, I can write them down so I can try and find and source the answer from the other channels and from Cindy's channel so we can all be up to date with all things Cindy. I've got my pen.
Starting from the beginning, who is Life Plus Cindy? Cindy Arnell is an American YouTuber born on May 13, 1983. Cindy entered the public consciousness in 2018 with her blog and YouTube channel called Pleasant
So
Sims.
she's just turning
Both
40.
sites were focused on the Sims game series, specifically The Sims 2. Cindy became popular thanks to her relaxing, down-to-earth Let's Plays and live streams, her creative gameplay rules, and helpful articles. She hasn't revealed her face until December 16, 2018, when she thanked her viewers for 1,000 subscribers. In those early days, her audience knew little about Cindy besides the fact she worked as a medical.
I think she's upwards of about 29, nearly 30,000 subscribers now, and she gets really good views on her vlog. So she's either got a lot of hate watchers or she's got a lot of people that follow along with her content, but she does get a good amount of views in correlation to her subs. So yeah, she gets more views than Chantal does, and she's got like a third of Chantal's views subs, so that tells you something.
Coda lived in Colorado with her husband Andrew, who was referred to as Mr. Pleasant and wanted to stay anonymous, and was passionate about The Sims 2. Cindy was beloved for her joyful, relatable personality and her southern charm. She was fairly consistent and reliable at this time, and even ended up leaving her day job to pursue YouTube full-time as she became more successful. Near the end of 2019, Cindy began focusing more on reaction and tutorial-style videos,
Is that
set
better?
on gaining more viewers. Even though Cindy slowly became known for her inconsistency in live streaming, shutting down her channel memberships or Patreon and putting them back up, as well as frequently going on hiatuses, her audience was understanding. As Cindy left her day job in July 2020 to focus on YouTube full-time, she began focusing more on Randy Sims 4 reactions and less on Let's Plays, which were the core of her channel. The earliest backlash she got from her audience was a reaction to her video where she discussed her moving away from the beloved Let's Plays because they did not get enough views. Smaller controversies followed, which is most definitely a part of being a human being on social media and somewhat unavoidable, but I'll let you judge that for yourself. The first controversy Cindy got herself into was her calling out Savannah Chapman, aka Kit Kat Simmer, for copying Cindy's content on her website in August 2020. Cindy was...
Now, when I was watching some of this, I was keeping in my mind that sometimes content creators, there are, it's not, sometimes the facts are twisted to look a certain way. So I did keep all of that in my mind. I haven't wholeheartedly believed everything that's in this video. And I did read some of the Discord messages that are going to pop up. And I want to know what your thoughts are on them. I'll pause them so you can read them, and then you can give me some thoughts on what you think about those conversations. Because I was kind of like, that just doesn't sound that bad. Like, but it could just be me because I'm a bit, forthright like that. But I didn't think they were all that bad.
Sent this website by an anonymous source and posted a tweet about it, causing her fans to harass
Hi,
the
Erin.
autistic
Hi.
girl who created the website. While autism is not an excuse to plagiarize, some members of Cindy's
you have?
audience did not appreciate calling the girl out in such a public manner.
I'm going to blow your mind. I've never played The Sims in my whole life. I wouldn't know what to do. I've never downloaded it, never looked at it. I don't even know what platforms you play on. I have absolutely no clue.
Anna, since no one else knew about the website besides her and a couple of people. In the common Cindy manner,
you
she
tired?
briefly
Are you
left
okay,
Twitter
natural?
and the internet to avoid having to face the backlash.
Hi, Christy.
In January 2022, Cindy got into hot water.
Oh, we are an hour and 25 min. Hit the like, guys. I'm terrible at remembering. Jade's the worst mod ever. Never tells me, never reminds me.
For allegedly bullying minors
What
and
am I gonna
autistic
do with
members
you,
of her
Jade?
Discord server together with her mods.
Okay.
The issue arose because
So okay, I'm just going to rewind a little bit. Okay. Now, if you want me to pause the chat, the Discord chat, I will. But I might just slow it down so it's a little bit easier to. Oh no, I might mute it and slow it down so you can read it. Which would you prefer? And I know Discords can be problematic, and I think sometimes when you hear, "Oh, that's all that's going in Discord," but sometimes that doesn't necessarily mean the conversation was bad. But maybe I'm just out of the loop. But I honestly did not think that this was mishandled. But it may be layers upon layers. Okay.
in January 2022.
Okay. So this is I'll just let you guys read, but I might read it out and I'll move on quickly. Okay. Oh, and just as another FYI, there are people I think we need to watch out for, blah, 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 blah. Things like spamming, flooding, spamming, drama, and rejoining server. As far as blah, 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 I know he's annoying, but I don't dislike him. I don't think he means any harm, but we will warn him if he gets overly annoying. Well, that seems perfectly fine. There's a boundary. They're watching behavior. I don't know.
Cindy
Hey, oh, sorry, haha, gone. She's definitely very young. Okay.
got into hot water for allegedly bullying minors
I
and
found another
autistic
one and
members of
removed
her
it.
Discord.
Yeah, the truth. Cindy says, yeah, the truth is I feel bad for her. I know she has some issues and I hate it that it had to come to this. But unfortunately, we can't teach her how to behave in an online community. Okay.
server together.
That's fine. If you run across anything dumb, feel free to remove it. Haha. I actually removed her selfie just because I didn't want to see her staring back at me when I went in there. That's a bit rude, but okay. She looks 5. Okay, that was rude. I did not read that the first time.
With her mods. The issue arose because
I find La La La's face dumb. Can I remove it? Lamau. JK. Lol. I beat you to it. Oh, you're really good at Cindy. Lol. I think it's why I asked. It was staring at me. Okay, this is getting a bit rude.
because of these screenshots.
She's got a few warnings in sub chat. She was cool about those though, so not sure what happened now. An enemy movement happened, lol, led by blah. But Cindy and I were very nice explaining to her. That still confuses me. Okay.
Where Cindy and her mods discuss.
But we have a strong standing army. For every lost person, there comes 100 new. We don't want people who stir up drama like this in here anyway, so good riddance, lol. They don't make the rules. If anything, make your own server and your own rules. But this is the Pleasant Sims Discord, and this is how we roll. Either deal with it or get out. Simple. Okay. I need more context for that, though.
As an annoying member of their community.
Right. I don't get the point of her telling me other than to start shit or have me beg for the tea. Like I told her more diplomatically, grow up. We have the rules for a legitimate reason because look what happened last time, and it was because of people like them that caused all that trouble. There's context that needs to be around this, and I just don't think we have it.
Community who has been spamming.
So maybe the reason she repeats, if anyone thinks I'm annoying during the streams, I'm trying not to be intentionally annoying. I have Asperger's, form of autism, and can't communicate well. So maybe that's the reason she repeats, and we have to show her respect because of it. Yes, I know, but it's not really an excuse. Maybe a friendly reminder at some times will help. But about the pic spamming thing, it's not only her, so my suggestion stays. Okay.
The page with their pictures. This community member was
Okay. Okay.
proven to be a 17-year-old, and they also confirmed they had Asperger's. I am genuinely not clear on if this is the same person as in the previous controversy, or just another autistic member of the community, which made them struggle with social cues and understanding what is spamming and what isn't. While most of Cindy's audience did not find this controversy very problematic, many people found Cindy's handling of the entire situation, as well as
I think that maybe this is just a small piece of what was said. I think if this is all that it was, I mean, people can be assholes. I don't think this was nasty or bullying, but I don't think they're probably very considerate of the autism thing. But you still have to fit into the rules and regulations and boundaries set up, even if you are an autistic person, and that can be really hard to navigate. A little bit of consideration, but I think maybe that they tried. I don't know, but I would need more to see more than just what was shown here.
there's her and her mod's bitchy, mean attitude in the whole situation in poor taste.
I don't know if she's a cow, but she's definitely a person of interest. Definitely a person of interest. Okay.
Even though not many people truly cancelled Cindy and she only received some backlash, instead of apologizing, Cindy made a dramatic goodbye post titled "Cancelled" on her blog, where we can see some first signs.
So this is a channel called, I'm sorry, I got caught up with the reading of the messages. This is a video made by, I can never remember the first name. Oh my God. Somebody help me. Unpleasant Reality. It just leaves my brain. It's a channel that makes compilation clips on Life Plus Cindy, and this is a starter's guide to Life of Cindy. Just a back history of why she's considered problematic and some examples of her history. It's just the flip side. It's just giving one version of Cindy, and I just thought it'd be interesting to maybe catch up with some of her things that are problematic, or the claims that why she could potentially be problematic. Because I haven't watched enough content yet to make a judgment. This is one side. And please go like and sub to their channel. But it's just for Life Plus Cindy, because I am going to be reviewing her. I've decided.
Signs of her mental health issues. With how over the top her reaction to the situation is, Cindy confirms that she apologized to the said community member, and they parted on good terms, but she could not handle people calling her out on this behavior.
There is a
using
lot.
over-the-top terms like a mob coming for my blood and such.
Now, for me, just as a disclaimer, I will not be diving into or exploiting or going after the whole tragedy, that big tragedy, massive tragedy that happened in her life. I will skirt and avoid that content as much as I can. And I will also take that trauma into consideration as well. But I definitely will not be having that as part of the reaction, because I'm just not comfortable with it.
Also claims there has been a person online who's been trying to cancel her for years, which was someone she previously publicly exposed as well, and even made an entire website about. Cindy ended the post with, quote, "I am leaving the Sims community and YouTube for good. You cannot imagine the pain this causes me. My reputation cannot recover. I've been so traumatized and humiliated that I will never feel safe in this space again." Of course,
Now, this is behavior that's very reminiscent of Chantal, of Amber. Who are the other ones that just up and quit, who threatened to up and quit? Nada never seems to up and threaten to quit, but it's definitely something that Amber and Chantal do.
Cindy returned. At the end of the day, this controversy is the smallest of hers and is sometimes made out to be more than it was. Cindy did not handle it in a very adult manner, especially not for someone in their late 30s. But she also didn't
I did notice in the last stream that where I thought there would be genuine tears, there seems to be dry tears. I don't know, but she knows she's manipulative. I saw some clips today where she actually talks about that's a behavior, like it's a reflex for her now. But again, I feel like that's a manipulation. I don't know.
specifically attack the community member because they were autistic or young. Still, it made people think on how she communicates with her mods in private about others, and it made people reconsider her always positive, sweet personality.
She came back pretty quick after threatening to quit, I think. Maybe a couple of weeks.
The first true sign of her vulnerability on YouTube and her opening up about her personal life to her audience was in March 2021, when she posted her video called Why I Wear Wigs, What I Really Look Like, Head Reveal, PCOS, where she explained her struggles
There
with
you
polycystic
go.
ovarian syndrome, balding, infertility, weight gain and more. In the video, she threw away her wigs, saying she refuses to hide anymore and decided to fight for her health and happiness.
This gives me but the same kind of vibes as when Chantal shaved her head. I know Chantal, I think, was having a manic episode because she's never been diagnosed with any disorders that would create mania, but we've seen her have emotional, impulsive moments. So there's definitely something that goes through Chantal's head. This, for me, is a very much, we don't know what's going on behind her, but it was done for a dramatic effect, done for sympathy, done to be a bold statement, and deliberately so, for content for the channel. And I don't mean that in a bad way. Drawing attention to it would get her the views and would capture a specific audience, ones that have similar interests, similar issues, polycystic ovarian syndrome, women who are struggling, women who feel maybe who have alopecia, or people that are really empathetic and want to watch someone that they can care about and care for. So it doesn't necessarily, when you do something bold, have to be for negative reasons, but she has a history of being quite dramatic. So in my research, it seems, but watch, she would easily draw you in to feel bad for her.
I'm so
Ooh,
tired
hi,
of
Lalabu.
hiding who I really am, wearing costumes, and I just want to be free. So this is my way of getting my freedom back, is I am going to explain why I wear wigs, and then I'm going to show you what I look like without my wig, and then I'm going to throw my wig away
Hi, Jennifer.
forever.
Hi.
I suffer from a condition called PCOS, or polycystic ovarian.
I started a little bit early so you could squeeze a little bit of us in today. I started at 6 instead of 7 today. So I'm glad you made it.
Syndrome. This is a horrible chronic illness that I would not wish upon anyone. It causes you to have higher than normal male hormones. So I have higher androgens than a normal woman would have. This causes a whole host of symptoms. Not every woman has every single symptom of PCOS, but I have almost all of them. The one that has been most devastating.
She did say that she has been officially diagnosed. I don't know when, I don't know how long ago, with borderline personality disorder. She thinks that, or she's been told, Andrew specifically has told her that he thinks she's bipolar, but she's never been like, that could just be, just his way of saying, oh, yeah, nuts. But she knows that she has borderline personality disorder. I'm not too familiar with what that means. I might have to go and look that up. I know that's not great, but I don't know what the markers are, what the behaviors are, what you'd be looking for if you were to describe someone like that. I know that you normally have a little bit of social like detachment, but that's about it.
Devastating to me is the loss of my hair, the hair on my head. And I am just going to be
Team coffee,
whatever
yes.
that means, however I look. I'm going to accept it. And, if other people don't accept it, that's their problem, not mine. I'm also not going to be wearing makeup on my videos or streams anymore. I am just going to be 100% real.
I think I must be in the clique with the little clique of early risers, people who get up and get out and have to either be at work or just naturally up, or you haven't been to sleep yet. Seems to be a common theme. And yes, team coffee always.
100% authentic, and this is what I look like. So I am going to take the wig off now. Here it goes. The moment you've been waiting for. here is
Exactly. That's what I was thinking, Jade. Is like he can throw that out all he wants, but he's not a doctor. So it's just a fancy way of saying you're completely, I think you're crazy and there's something wrong with you. You need to go get checked out. But by saying it in a less aggressive, passive aggressive way, you say, oh, you're bipolar, which then stigmatizes all people with bipolar.
what I look like. So this is the top,
Ooh.
and you can see that it's very thin.
Boston, okay. Boston Celtics. One reference that I have, my child is actually named after a Boston Celtic person. And one of the players, I won't say what year and who, but named after one of them. And Boston cream pies, but those Boston cream donuts, yeah.
It's very thin up here. And this is obviously not a professional haircut. This is a Mr. Pleasant special. He shaved my head like I'm starting to get a little bit of a mullet back here, I think. But I just...
Now, this was before her weight loss journey, and she did go on a weight loss journey and she lost a lot of weight. So she's one that's actually followed through with that. So she gets some, at least respect for that, but for following through, for technically improving your health by losing weight, but there's more to that as well.
I want to grow it out, and however it looks, that's just what I look like. I can't change that. I can't present anything else to the world anymore. It's just become too much of a burden on me to wear these wigs and makeup and pretend like I'm someone I'm not. I can't do it anymore.
The video was met with a large amount of love, understanding, and praise for Cindy's honesty and raw vulnerability. From that day, Cindy appeared in her videos without wigs, and even more cemented her status of a relatable.
What's DSM? What's DSM? What's that acronym for? Yes, and she does have a lot of fear of abandonment. She talks about how she just doesn't want to be alone. She doesn't she just wants to be with someone. Like, she does not like to be alone. It doesn't matter who, she just wants someone, anyone.
Human content creator in the sea of fake influencers. Eventually, Cindy stopped posting on her Pleasant Sims channel for various reasons. Her last Twitch live stream was on December 2012 and her last Sims video was published in December 2021, besides the one-off reaction video in July 2022. So, where did Cindy go? Her new personal channel, Life.
Quick question. Is the Sims game, like, I know it's big and it's popular, but being a game content creator, is that is it hard to get a big audience, or is there just so many channels? Like, most channels get quite big because there's so much interest in it. Because I don't do gaming. Like, I play Candy Crush and Bejeweled Quest, and I'm doing a designer game where I win furniture pieces by doing puzzles and stuff right now. Is the gaming community, like, I imagine it would be, but I've not been in it. So what's it like? Would it have been like a hard slog and like you get burnt out quickly with the content making, creation, the competition's hard? Because it seems like she quit a job to make a living from it and then she's moved over to here. Or did she quit a job and then she moved over to doing vlogging? She built her audience from The Sims and then she moved over to vlogging, I think.
Plus Cindy, where she's been making videos near the end of her Pleasant Sims era as well. The channel was created on 6th of April 2021 and went through several name changes, from Pleasantly Cindy to Cindy.
So, Diagnostic and Statistics Manual of Mental Disorders. Wow. Oh my goodness. So you are good at recognizing the signs and some of the key indicators for some of these disorders. Okay. Good to have you in our back pocket there, Jennifer.
Cindy plus Andrew, to finally Life plus Cindy. This vlogging and lifestyle channel was to let her now very tight-knit and interested audience glance into her personal life and get more of her personality. At the beginning, the channel was supposed to be more of a couples channel, where Andrew, Cindy's husband...
Now, quick question, because is The Sims an in-purchase app game where they get you hooked and you can only level up if you buy certain packages and coins and points and prizes and stuff. And you get like a bit of esteem the more stuff you have, because that could be dangerous for me because I'm happy to buy stuff.
Of over 10 years who has been very much against
I
even being shown on
absolutely
the camera before, was supposed to make
wouldn't expect you to, Jennifer, but it would be nice to have your input as a person with some life experience. Not a diagnostic tool, but you would have some interesting perspectives, I believe.
cooking videos, as well as tasting videos with Cindy. The little known fact is that the channel was scrubbed and renamed after at the end of one of the first videos.
I don't
Cindy
know.
forgot to cut out a clip where
I
she
think it's
asks
global,
Andrew,
right?
how do I say I need money? And Andrew
Oh, it's
replies
American.
with,
Okay.
I
I know
don't
that we have something
just
similar.
say it. This was seen only by a handful of people and there is nothing but word of mouth evidence for this, but it is known that Cindy deleted all her videos after and waited some time before rebranding as Life Plus Cindy. Currently, the oldest video on the channel is the last podcast on the left, live, ending up drunk in the bathroom, from June 2021, which is a pretty standard day in a life vlog from Cindy's life. Once again, the response to this video was very positive, with people praising Cindy's honesty, rawness.
Now, I have gone through Cindy's vlogs just to see what they're all about and if there's anything fun and interesting in there. There's a lot of organizing, there's a lot of cleaning, there's a little bit of herbling. I think she's a little bit witchy. Nothing that tickles my underbits, but I could see why people with who like that kind of thing would be down for it. She doesn't get really interesting for me until I hit He Left. That's where the vlogs sort of start commingling with her life story and the drama. And I must be just a twisted puppy, a little sicko, because that's where I get intrigued, because she actually starts to drop the mask a bit, I think, and really starts becoming interesting to me. I don't know.
And vulnerability. After that, Cindy's channel also began focusing on her PCOS weight loss and health journey.
Oh, okay. You just play it, but you got to buy the game, so I suppose that's how they make the money.
In the coming months, Cindy went through several diets, with each of them supposedly being the one miracle cure for her weight loss. She first swore by calorie counting.
No, I have tried every diet under the fucking sun. Everyone.
But the reality is, with all the diets that she started and not finished, she has lost a large amount of weight. So she's done something to lose the weight. Whether it was healthy or not, I don't know yet.
What you can think of. Weight Watchers, keto, low carb, plant-based, slim fast, like every stupid ass diet you can think of. I have tried it and I have failed at it, or it has failed me rather. The only way I've ever been able to lose weight is counting calories.
Keto.
And I realize that the time has come that I need to make a change to my diet, because counting calories can only take you so far when you have PCOS, especially when you have insulin-resistant PCOS like I do. So I made the change and I switched to a low-carb.
Okay, I'm going to make an observation here and tell me if I'm wrong, but does she looks a bit like Missy Moo right there. I know they're totally different people, but she's given me some Missy Moo vibes. Just thought I'd point that out.
Ketogenic diet, and that got me back on track. As soon as I did that, I immediately lost 2 pounds, and I feel so much better. So I know.
But Lala, that was the edited version. It was 3 hours long, that stream, and I edited it down to 30 minutes. There was a lot of waffle in there, and her affectation was going up and down the whole time. Like, she was crying, and then she'd be calm, and then she'd be giggling, and then she'd be joking, and then she'd be crying again, which is to be expected with what she's going through. But I mean, there were plenty of red flags, and that was more of the edit, was to show the things that that seem normal, but after what we've been through with Foodie and what we go through with Amber in our own lives, some of us see red flags where others don't. And I saw a lot, and I know you guys saw some. You guys saw some that I didn't, and red flags, but in a different perspective.
Know this was the right thing to do for me personally.
Then Whole30, Paleo.
I decided that I'm going to do the thing that has worked best for me in the past. I'm not necessarily doing
Oh,
keto, but
okay.
I'm also not going to eat sugar
Thanks
and
for that,
carbs. And
Peter.
I decided that I'm going to do more of a paleo-ish diet. I'm still
Plaid.
going to keep my carbs
That's
low.
plaid,
I am
Michael.
dropping dairy, which is very bad for women with PCOS because it's inflammatory.
Hi,
So I will
Michael.
not be having any dairy. It's going to be more like a low-carb paleo.
Michael, I've always been meaning to ask you, is Furburger a made-up word? Is it an acronym for something else? Slow blink. Blink, blink, blink. Is it? Is it meant to be the oh, my words are failing me today. Is it, can't remember the word for it, but you know what I mean? It's a double entendre.
Paleo diet that I'm switching to because I just wasn't feeling good on keto. I thought that I could go back and do calorie counting, but that did not work for me, and I was just feeling terrible on keto.
Fantastic.
Besides that,
Fantastic.
Cindy also shared her desire to have children, which was a surprise.
Am I pronouncing that right? Vagine? Vagine? That's how you say it? It's the vagine? Perfect.
To many, considering she was very outspoken in her live streams past about her loving her child-free life. Cindy explained that because of her lowered fertility caused by her PCOS, as well as her weight and age, she convinced herself she did not.
A lot of women have polycystic ovarian syndrome, and they have, because as far as I know, weight gain is one of the symptoms, is one of the telltale signs of polycystic ovarian syndrome, and it can make it a little bit harder to lose weight, but that's harder. Harder is not impossible.
Not want children since she thought she simply couldn't have
thank
them,
you.
but
Thank
her
you,
biological
Michael.
clock started ticking. So she and her husband began trying and conceived in early 2022. She shared the happy news on 6th of June 2022 after various fertility treatments.
Hey guys, I'm pregnant.
Unfortunately, Cindy went into preterm labor at 20 weeks and ended up losing her son August, which she shared in a heart.
Trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning. I'm so sorry. I should have said trigger warning early. If you need to dip out, dip out. But we will be talking about babies who did not make it through delivery. Put it that way.
Breaking, I lost the baby at 20 weeks after going into preterm labor video on 28th of July 2022. After this, she went understandably radio
Well done,
silent until
Jennifer.
November 28th, 2022.
Hi, how are you? I've missed you so much. Thank you for standing by and waiting on me to be ready to come back to YouTube. And here I am.
Where she appeared looking significantly different and talked about her dealing with the loss of her child, life, and her weight loss thanks to the carnivore diet.
Next arc, next clusterfuck.
After this, Cindy became focused on daily vlogs again, often sharing her budget.
Can she sing? Has anybody heard her sing? I've got a feeling she can't sing, but maybe she can. Maybe she's wonderful.
Carnivore meals and getting more into witchy topics as well as homemade soap making and such. In the meantime, she and Andrew continued to try for a baby again, while the majority of her audience was still very positive and supportive after the wave of empathy from the miscarriage video. Slowly, some began criticizing Cindy's incorrect use of the carnivore diet and intermittent fasting. In short, Cindy wouldn't consume the organ meats which are necessary for obtaining all the nutrients and vitamins, and would only take a liver.
I can't do like liver and organs and that stuff. I can't. Just the smell of liver cooking is not, and the texture of it. Sorry, I can't do it. I can't do it. I'll take all my vitamins from vegetables. Thank you.
Extract capsule together with other supplements. We have not seen.
Oh yes, that was Andrew, guys. This is the man. Now, he isn't Prince Charming. He's not hotness on. He's not sex on legs or anything like that. But when you're in love with somebody, you love them. You love the way they look. You think they're the handsomest man. You think they are the handsomest man. Her obsession is her own. He may not be someone you would obsess over, but she certainly loved everything about him until recently.
Cindy eat an organ meat or bone broth in a single of her videos, causing slowly growing
Awful
concern.
is awful.
Her diet would also be
I saw what
extremely
you did
lacking
there.
in variety, which is
natural
another
vegetarian.
important factor when considering such a restricting diet.
It's going to be my one and only meal of the day. Normally, I do not do like recipes. I just eat.
It's main character syndrome. It's when you're the main character. Like, your problems are the biggest problems. Nobody else does it. No one's as you broke your foot. Oh my God, I have 4 pins in my foot and I had to be in hospital for 3 months. You know, like, they're special, they're big, they're important, it's dramatic because they feel small and insignificant, and they need to feel like they've made a mark on the world. That's what I think sometimes. Like, people, they feel unimportant, so they make all their problems and everything that happens to them so much bigger, because otherwise no one will notice them. And then there are other people who are gladly happy to roll through the world completely unnoticed and be satisfied with that.
Literally like a hunk of meat that I've cooked. So I'll do like steak, hamburger patties,
Haggis,
chuck roast,
tatties, and
from
meat.
keto to
Best way to
carnivore.
eat offal.
So I was doing, whenever I had my pregnancy, I was.
Now, I'm going to offend both Jade and Natural Ginger. Now, I have not had anybody ever, I don't think I've ever heard anyone say, you've got to try food in Scotland. It's amazing. I've never heard that. Would I try haggis? I would try haggis just to say I've tried it. And if I like it, I would be pleasantly surprised. I would think that perhaps the texture would not be for me. But I know it's got lots of seasoning and it's a very interesting way of cooking and assembling a haggis. But I think it is very much an acquired taste. But then again, I'm someone who absolutely loves oysters, so I might like it.
I was eating so horrible. I was eating McDonald's almost every single day when I was pregnant, and that cannot be healthy for you or a baby in any way, shape, or form. I feel so good when I eat a steak that that's the only thing I want to eat. Why would I eat anything else? It doesn't even appeal to me. And so it's not boring to me at all. I never get tired of eating steak, roast, and burgers. I can just eat those 3 foods, and I don't think
I'm sorry, but how do you poop? How do you poop? And what does your body smell like? And what does your breath smell like? Because I can tell you now, when I had to eat a lot of protein after my weight loss surgery, I got sick of meat. All I wanted was a big crunchy salad. And do you think that was something that my stomach would handle? No. It took me a while before I could handle veggies or anything like that. I got so sick of meat, so sick of meat. All I wanted was fish. Fish. But poop, you need your veggies to poop. And does she drink water? You got to have your water. You got to have your fiber. I think diets that exclude an entire group of foods is not a good diet. But I'm not a professional.
I would ever get tired of it.
She also extended her fasting windows to unsafe lengths to speed up her weight loss.
Jennifer, that's excellent. That's excellent, because annoyed is one of the things you need to be. You need to have a passion. You need to have a passion for the subject that we're watching. But she's not awful. She doesn't cuss people out badly like Foodie. That's the bit I like. She doesn't make me feel anxious. I'm annoyed a little bit by her because she's a little bit peppy. She's a little bit peppy. Don't like that. But she's not nasty so far. That's the bit that I don't like about Foodie the most, is that she's just a total bitch to everybody.
Clearly more focused on her looks and quick weight loss instead of her health, whether it was caused by the trauma of her loss or simply her own choice and irresponsibility. Her disordered eating is starting to take shape at this
That's a
time,
no from
and
me.
her diet only
That's a no
becomes
from me,
more concerning as
Glamorous.
time goes on. Even though Cindy repeats often at this time that she
Okay,
is not a
Jade,
doctor
bye.
and no one should take her diet as an example, there is a valid concern that her impressionable, loyal audience would take the incorrect diet that was, by Cindy's own words, working miracles on her shedding pounds as an example and want to receive the same results. Cindy stayed fairly consistent at this time, posting on every day of Vlogmas and after.
Cat on the bench, cat on the bench, cat on the bench. No, Cindy, I'm not eating Cindy's food.
Until the event which changed her channel and perhaps brought in a large portion of her new audience, which was.
This is where it gets heavy.
The video published on February 6th, 2023.
Just letting you know, this is the next video that I wanted to watch because it's very contradictory to the last stream that I edited down. the rhetoric has very much changed on Andrew now that she knows more. But I also think this was a manipulation tactic to appease him, to get him to come back, but also to garner sympathy, which is, I mean, if she's got borderline personality disorder, this is her MO. This is what she does. And when I say this is why I think she's done this to be manipulative, I don't always think that's, I'm not looking at her like she's a negative or a terrible person. I think she's a person using the tools that she's got until she gets new tools. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't, she's only hurting herself and potentially her audience, but the audience also has the option to walk away.
Titled My Life Has Oversent Shockwaves Through Cindy's Community. See, before this video,
Have little paste
Cindy and Andrew's
history on it.
relationship was nothing short of a perfect fairy tale. The two were married since 2012, and met by pure coincidence when Andrew delivered a pizza to Cindy, who was at the time struggling after separating from her first husband, Chad. Andrew has been the love of her life.
The thing that annoys me is the crying with no tears, like the facial expressions, the voice, the timbre, the sniffing, the almost crying but not crying. I'm just like, if you've got something to say, just say it. Don't try and work yourself up into an emotional lather and then not follow through. Just say it with your chest, but don't pretend cry. I don't like that.
Since he supported her in all she did, and they were both happy with the way things were.
It doesn't.
Also, it
I love
seemed,
vegetables.
in the shocking and
but also
heartbreaking
like meat
video,
too.
Cindy revealed many new facts, which went completely against the image of a sweet, genuine persona she built. We learned, from Cindy's own words, that she has admittedly abused Andrew for years, had untreated and out of control borderline personality disorder, and he had finally had enough and left.
See, this is the thing that bothers me. She criticized him by saying that he's a mess and the woman that he cheated on her with is a mess too, and that baby's gonna be born into a messy environment. Well, she'd gotten herself pregnant by choice, wanted a baby, wanted to raise a child, and yet she at the time had untreated the borderline personality disorder. And yet she's criticized these other two people who were terrible people because they cheated and got themselves impregnated. But that doesn't mean they're entirely going to be awful parents. It means they've got poor judgment when it comes to how they run their romantic lives. But we don't know that they can't be good parents. And just as good a parent as you could possibly be with an untreated mental health disorder. It just seems like it's a little bit hypocritical.
There are a lot of things that I don't show you guys or tell you guys because I wanted my channel to be positive and uplifting, but I am mentally ill.
And she's quite freely sharing it now, though. She's gone from being the lady who makes insect spray with herbs and vinegar to the lady who is basically trauma dumping the worst stuff that's happened to her on her audience. It's a switch.
And I have a personality disorder that completely destroys everything I touch. And now it's destroyed my marriage, and I have ran off the only man who has ever loved me or stood by me for any period of time. I don't want you to think that Andrew is a bad person or a bad husband or a bad man, because he's not. He is a beautiful, compassionate, kind, empathetic human being who has finally reached his limit and been pushed over the edge. I have not been a great wife to him. I have a lot of problems that stem from a trauma that I cannot heal, and he cannot help me to heal it either.
I know it's probably like it's not something you want to think about, but people who do cheat and who are adulterers can still parent well. I know that sounds dumb because you think, oh, they're wholly and solely awful people if they can lie and cheat. That's just one aspect of their personality. They might be absolutely brilliant parents, but absolutely terrible partners.
And he's had enough of trying. And I do not blame him one bit. Okay, he's a good man, and I destroyed him. So I have put him into the role of a pseudo-parent because I keep trying to get the love that I didn't get as a child from my parents, and I keep trying to get it from him.
I already picked up on that straight away because she said in her last stream or one of her other streams that I parented him more than he parented me. I took care of the bills. I took care of the financials, and he liked that about me. But in this one, she's saying he took care of me, he parented me, he babied me, he took on that role, and now he's tired of it. Narrative switches to suit the mood and the audience and the situation.
And it's sick and it's wrong, and he can't take it anymore.
But she's not picking up random meth pipes and smoking them off the floor so far.
And I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
Even though it was never well known, Cindy did share that she had BPD with her audience before, and it was quite understandable when looking at her black and white thinking when it came to her controversies, her dramatic exits, constant hiatuses and inconsistency. But besides that, Cindy has painted her life with Andrew as perfect, which would be totally understandable if relatability and genuineness wasn't the core of her appeal. Cindy shares many personal details in this video, from her parentifying Andrew, to him begging her to go to therapy and get help for years, which she refused. She also shares that she threatened to unlive herself after he left to get him back to the house. And
I think in our family, we're just the same as natural ginger, like mucking around, asking about. It's just being dramatic. I think that's honestly the best way to describe it. Histrionics, being dramatic, making something small and blowing it up, and then crying and yelling and throwing a fit and disrupting everybody else. And it's like, oh my God, why are they freaking out? Like, people don't understand the explosive emotions around it. But when the person who's doing it has that happening, I'm pretty sure it feels pretty relevant to them. And they feel sorry about it afterwards. I'm assuming. I'm guessing shame and regret is something that you would feel. I don't think you're probably like a complete psychopath because you got PBT. Like, you feel things.
Called on her.
I made a fool of myself in front of everyone. I had the cops called on me. I threw myself on the front of his car to prevent him from leaving after manipulating him to come back here by telling him I was going to
Flag on the field.
Yes, that is the kind of fucked up things that I do.
No matter the whiplash, Cindy's audience was understanding.
So what explain? I don't understand what the purpose of that was. Why would you want to out how nuts you are, or how problematic you are, or how... Let's think it through. Let's talk it through again. Talk me through it. Okay. This stream was to martyr Andrew. Andrew's the martyr. He's the one who sacrificed his time, his love, his energy to take care of me. He is an awesome guy. He put up with me as long as he possibly could, but I'm so messed up. I pushed him over the edge. What do you gain from that? The only thing that I can think of is that perhaps you're trying to convince him to come back. You're love bombing him. You're so right and I'm so wrong. And I'm messed up and you're amazing. Like, you're the only one who's been able to manage me or handle me or take me. You're amazing. You're special. You're unique. Am I wrong? Am I missing a beat? Have I skipped something? It would be to lure that person back. It's a way of like love bombing them. And attention-seeking behavior, yeah. I'm so messed up. Feel bad for me. This is happening to me, and it's all my fault. I'm taking accountability for my actions. Okay.
And the point of her channel from then on became starting over and healing, having YouTube as her only outlet and support network.
Trauma
Cindy
dumping,
posted unfiltered videos where she struggles to digest the separation and discussed her possible new life as a newly single woman in her late 30s living alone for the first time ever, with the help of her audience, who gladly sent donations to a struggling woman trying to get on her feet. Because many have gone through similar hardship, Cindy started therapy, albeit too little too late, and began working on her independence by getting herself her own car and doing things by herself that she would have previously relied on Andrew with. In these following videos, certain patterns began rearing their ugly head though, and some started to get skeptical.
She does talk about herself in a very self-deprecating way. I think she feels that, but something inside of me tells me she also uses it as like, I'm broken and I know I'm broken. You have to give me slack because I know I'm broken and I'll admit that I'm broken. And these are the bad things I'm going to do, and I'm going to continue to do them, but I'm aware that I do them, So you have to give me a break. Okay? You have to show me some compassion because I'm fully aware that I'm fucked up. It's a double-sided tool of manipulation. Self-awareness, I feel like, can sometimes be a manipulative tool.
Most people's criticisms at this point came from a place of feeling like the person they knew before the video was not real, though there were signs of Cindy being far too dependent on Andrew, from him cooking her dinners after coming from work when she used to just stream Sims all day to her admitting he does all the adult things for her. The idea of the sweet, genuine, pleasant Cindy abusing and traumatizing her partner were too much to just skip over.
So she's got a fear of abandonment. She's admitted that she's clinging. She's admitted that she's obsessive. She's also admitted that she doesn't function well alone. And she said that like he parents her basically, like she needs another adult to help function. Now, on the flip side of that, she did say that she was the person that was in control of the money, the finances, things like that. Now, because I don't know much about BPT, would controlling the finances have to do with having a hold over the partner? That's because that's a part that would be like, if I control the money, I control them. If I'm in charge of the expenses and where the money goes, I therefore control some of this. It increases her feeling of power. Am I on the right track or am I completely wrong? Let me know.
Either way, Cindy
bye,
was slowly inching to
Abby.
getting better, even
Good
if she
night.
hopped between
Have
respecting
sweet
Andrew's wish of
dreams.
not contacting him and contacting him, as well as between wanting to be independent and wanting her old life back.
I have to start trying to imagine.
Me too. I want to hear what Andrew has to say. Is he toxic too? Or is he a victim of this woman? Or is he exactly as she describes him to be? Is he just a passive participant? I want to know. He doesn't have a channel though, I don't think. I don't think he has a platform. And that is another thing. He doesn't have a form of response other than within their tight inner circle, as far as I know. But I would love to hear what Andrew has to say.
A new future for myself. So I have let myself start to imagine what it might be like to actually truly live on my own, to go back home, get an apartment. And I'm not saying this out of grief and pain. I'm saying this out of practicality because I'm a very practical person.
She does remind me a lot of Chantal.
Like what it would be like to go home, find an apartment, get my own car.
But I think, see, this is the thing. I think they have different personalities, but they have personality traits that are very similar. Now, that makes me wonder, is that part of, do they share perhaps a mental health issue that creates that line of thinking? Or is it just by coincidence that they act this way? Is it like, because they are two different women, but there are so many crossovers that there's got to be some sort of commonality there that is part of the mental health issues, because that's the one thing that they have in common that we know of. They are both mentally ill in some form or another.
Have my own life, date other people, make new friends, and I have to tell you that I'm not as upset about it.
I don't think he does either.
Like, I'm starting to think it might be a real possibility. Right now, I only focus.
I actually think, because somebody mentioned it in one of the other vlogs or one of the other videos that I've watched, or I read it somewhere, or I know it wasn't a thought that I originated. I did see or hear it somewhere that the channel was originally designed when she crossed over to be a vlogging channel. I think she had aspirations for a couples channel. And he did appear in a couple of vlogs, but then it just ended up being her thing. So, again, a commonality.
Is just working on myself as best I can. And today hurts less than yesterday and every day before that. And today's the first day that I felt kind of okay. I actually think that not talking to him at all, having no contact, is less painful than the little tiny scraps of contact I was getting before, the like just sitting around waiting on him to text me one time a day. I haven't heard from him in a little while. I don't know if he's working or what. So I have suggested.
I have never actually. Let me see Jennifer. Do you guys mind if we pull Jennifer up so she could talk a little bit about this? Not to diagnose or not to just to sort of like check. And I'll tell you what, I've not had anybody up on my channel before. So this will be a first time for me. Okay. I'm a little scared. Okay. Let me see if I know how to do this. Copy. Okay. Jennifer, I don't want to put it up in the chat. Jennifer, are you following me on? I haven't got Instagram. All right, I've got my. Have you got a camera on the device that you're on? Because I just want to make sure that it's the right person. I don't want to get prawned or anything. And throwing it up publicly is a bit scary for me. Okay. But yeah, as long as you've got a camera and you can show me who you are, I won't reveal that. I'll turn the camera off. Okay. But it's just for Jennifer. Okay. Let's see if this works. Oh, I'm scared. I'm scared. Okay. Okay, we'll just keep playing the movie until we get it all sorted.
To him, and he has not confirmed if he agrees with this or not. That maybe we should like try to meet up once a week, even if it's just like
Where's
for an hour or
your
two at the
husband?
park, at a coffee
Where's
shop, something like
your
that,
wedding
to just
ring?
try to see if we can start to slowly rebuild our trust up if he wants to. I just went crazy and I texted Andrew and I called him at work. Like I called his work, okay, which is crazy, and I should not have done that. And I'm surprised he even talked to me at all after that. I'm really surprised because I thought he was going to be like really angry with me because obviously I caught him off guard. He answered the phone when I called his work. If he didn't answer, I was just going to hang up. And I know this is crazy, obsessive behavior, okay? This is part of my mental illness that I'm trying to deal with. I'm just telling you my experience of what I did when I was in a really dark downward spiral last night.
People cheered her up and empathized with her. Cindy's diet also became worse and worse at this time, and while it was partly understandable because of her stressful situation and depression, she continued to share it and point out she was losing weight, possibly influencing her extremely loyal and parasocial audience in a bad way.
I have lost a lot of weight, and it has not been in a healthy way. I've hardly eaten anything over the past week. Oh, it's been over a week now. It's been 8 days. I have like eaten one or a half of a burger patty a night just to get my stomach to shut up, and that's been it. So I do not recommend anybody do that, but I will tell you that I weigh myself and I'm down to 159 pounds. So I'm not sad that I'm down to 159 pounds. That is my lowest weight that I have been in 15 years. So I feel good about that. I know I didn't do it in a good way. Like, I guess, no, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. It's not healthy. Don't do it. Okay.
Then, when things were just looking up, they got worse once again.
Normally I'd send it via Instagram, but I don't have Oh, do I? I don't think I've got my Instagram set up on my computer. So I've got it on my iPad, but I don't have my StreamYard link. Yeah. I'm not awesome about the situations, but yeah. I'm not that pro, guys. I'm not
From going
professional.
to therapy, healing, and becoming her own person, Cindy gave her audience another shock when she posted a video on
Okay, I see you. Can you give me a peace sign or something? Hi. Now, I'll keep your camera off. You can turn your camera off, and I'm going to bring you up now. I'm going to add you. So if you want your camera off, turn it off. Hi, Jennifer. Hello.
Sorry it took so long so I had to create a StreamYard account. I used
No,
to have one,
that's
but I couldn't remember
okay.
anything.
That's okay. Now, you had some stuff that you wanted to talk to us about, or did you
it
want
was
to
just
follow
like
along?
it would have been a lot of typing. No, well, I got to get ready for like work and stuff, but I just wanted to explain what can happen. Somebody had mentioned trauma bond, and I agree with that. So there, like, here's a hypothetical. So she could actually be like, she could have been the abusive one in their relationship. And sometimes, like, I see a little narcissist type deal situation with her, kind of. She's giving that a little bit too. And, you know, multiple personality disorders can show up together. So let's say that, you know, she was that way. She could actually cause him to have like situational borderline personality disorder. Does that make sense to you? Or it could have been the other way around. They both could have been causing mental health issues, like situational type mental health issues within themselves, based on their toxic relationship. That's what
they've been together for 15, married for 11, together 15 years. So you would think that they would almost be like two puzzle pieces that fit together. Normally, if you're toxic together. You don't normally have one person that walks in stable and the other one's like, it's usually quite chaotic if you have one. It's sometimes when you get both together that they find a way to work them together to make it like codependent.
Yeah,
So,
and
yeah.
it's so hard without, I don't really know anything about this guy. And I think I don't know much about her, but somebody said something about her drinking. Like, was he a drinker too? There's just so many questions.
And that's why I'm so interested, because I don't know the law. I think that's probably why a lot of us are getting really bored with Chantal, because we've seen the habits. We know we can basically predict her every step before it actually happens. Whereas with this one, there's so much history to uncover. That's the similarities and the differences. But I think she's got a lot under the surface. And I think there's a lot there.
But I said in the chat earlier, there are 3 sides to every story: her story, his story, and the actual truth.
Yeah. And I think this is where we are all at this point. Whereas probably 12 months ago, I would have been like, Cindy was wronged. She's been cheated on. How could he do this to her? Now, after being in the community for so long, I'm like, show me receipts. I want those messages. I want to know what he said specifically. When, who, how, on what device. Was it his phone? Like, I want more evidence.
It would be awesome if he got if he got so tired of hearing this narrative that comes from her that he came out publicly and spoke to somebody about it. That would be great. Oh, awesome drama.
It would be great for us. It would be really ridiculously juicy and great, because then we would get and I think that's probably why, I know I keep referring back to Chantal, but I think that's probably why the Cokehead arc was so groundbreaking for Chantal's channel, is because we don't normally get the other party's side of it. We don't normally get that, and that's what was different.
I just want to make it clear to everybody, I'm not laughing at people that struggle with any sort of mental illness or anything. I'm just laughing at how ridiculous YouTube
the ridiculous
is.
It is. It's the ridiculous of it. But I look at this while we're talking about this, is like, because then it's like, oh, you guys, you're just preying on people's tragedy. It's like, well, no. If I was sniffing around her rubbish bins or peering in her windows or asking her next door neighbor for all the hot goss on Cindy and Andrew, that would be me being invasive. She's put this on the internet. I have found it interesting. I am within my rights to watch it by myself or do it on my channel. For me, this is like, I used to watch Melrose Place, used to watch Beverly Hills 90210. I'm going to show my age now. Buffy. I used to watch TV shows. I don't watch TV anymore because TV sucks.
Me neither.
TV's terrible.
These are like my soap operas. I used to watch The Young and the Restless and The Guiding Light, here in America. I don't know if you had those in Australia, but they were.
Oh no, we do. The Guiding Light, I've heard of it, never watched it. But
it went off the air so long ago. But these are like my soap operas again. And
this is the new twisted reality TV for us.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's actual real life consequences is the thing that makes it a little bit icky in the gray area. It's like, especially for reaction channels, it's like you're profiting. It's like, yeah, but we give you, this is the water cooler. Reaction channels are the work water cooler now. We used to all stand around and go, did you see what Amanda wore? Oh, I can't believe that she cheated with Michael. That poor Kimberly, she's completely nuts. We used to go to work the next day and talk about our favorite TV shows and the dramatics that were happening. We don't do that anymore. We come here to talk about it because we can have more people in a room, more ideas, more thoughts, more feelings, other ideas, people with informed opinions, not just the 3 or 4 girls from work or the guys from work as well.
I will here's a little funny story. I will never forget the day a few years ago that I was in a reaction channel for Chantal, and I saw one of my childhood schoolmates in the chat too.
With their actual picture?
She had her full name on.
Oh, gosh.
Oh my gosh. So I got in touch with her. I'm like, oh my gosh, you watched her too?
Yes. I know somebody from my work, his wife watches her. And she knows that I'm a reaction channel, and I'm like, please don't let her watch my channel. Don't let her.
Hesitant. I have not
Mm.
I have not told anybody that I work with or that I like at my internship that
I know my work knows about my job, like about not my job. My job knows about my channel, and they ask me what it's about, and I just say it's not suitable for work, and then they just leave it alone. They don't touch it because otherwise it's a HR nightmare. So yeah, they don't talk. I say it's nothing terrible. Like I'm not doing anything illegal or anything like that, but it's not suitable for work. Put it that way.
And you haven't made it easy that they could find you, right?
Oh no.
Okay.
I'm not challenging anybody to try, but I think I've locked myself down, and it's not so much for me, but it's more for my family. My friends, my husband doesn't give a crap. He's like, whatever. What are they going to say to me on the internet? I don't care. But I'm like, it's more for my children, and my work. I don't want them harassed. They're cool. They understand the whole situation.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah.
And they're very supportive of me in that way. Like social media stuff, no pictures because people are crazy.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of hail from the like old drama community, and things are hairy. I mean, I was doxxed several times.
No.
Like, yeah. So like
I know
it doesn't bother me anymore. But anyway, I'm gonna go get a shower and stuff.
Yes.
But I just wanted to explain like that complex duality between mental illness and how some people can, I mean, like within relationships, like that one person can cause another person like a situational type of mental illness that can be resolved once you know they get away from that person. So,
and you can develop them from each other as well, like bad habits and triggers and trauma, like new trauma that you didn't have before. Like
absolutely,
yeah.
Well,
I hope you have a great
for guests. So
yes,
you can have people up like when you want. You know,
I know. Look at me go. I'm so professional. I know. I'm superstar. I'm superstar streamer. That's all right.
So proud. Anyway, I'll be listening. But I'm gonna get a shower and stuff. So
all right. Well, I hope you have a great day at work.
And
be safe. And and we'll see you next time.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Oh, see, wasn't that nice? I did my first, not panel, but my first guest. Woohoo! What a significant day it is. All right, so let's get back into the Oh, that's what I should open up that question. Now, I don't normally do guests and things like that, but I do. Okay, I do. Oh, that's the button I want. There we go. Okay, just removed Jennifer. You know that I'm friends with Skinny Queen. And there's one or two other people, and I don't talk to a lot of people behind the scenes. Skinny Queen's the only person I really talk to, but I'm friendly with other creators and things like that. Now, I'm just going to open it up to, because there's a lot of regular people that come in. Would you guys maybe be okay with me doing like podcast type setups and panels sometimes with people? And I know that that's probably a little bit of a touchy topic at the minute, but I'm open to the idea of chatting and talking with people and doing podcasts because I enjoy just the format of talking back and forth on topics. And I'm, now that I know that I can do it and it's not hard and scary, I might consider it, but they would definitely be ones that would be scheduled. I'm not into like randos. I'm not into welcoming random people up onto the panel. It can go badly. And I only want to sort of panel with people that I have a relatively good relationship and have trust with. How do you guys feel about that? And while I'm doing that, let's play the video. Let's keep going.
March 14th, 2023, after another long, unannounced hiatus.
Y'all, we're about to do something crazy.
Nor did you watch my reaction video? I was actually thinking about doing some more songs. They're not monetized because you get copyright struck, but they are so fun and it adds a little bit of diversity to my channel. I don't care about commingling content. It's like whatever, I don't care, but it's fun. It's fun to do. And we can do some BTS watch parties or listening parties if you want to.
So Andrew just told me, we just went out to lunch together and he said, let's get in the car right now and go to Arkansas. And I said, okay.
Yeah, thanks,
let's go.
Jennifer, for coming
So we're
up.
going.
That was
As
valuable.
you can see, in this video, Cindy, who has said she wanted to work on herself and her independence, is suddenly back in the passenger's seat of the car and by Andrew's side. What's worse, both have decided to impulsively move back to Arkansas, something they believe will heal their relationship and give them a new start. At this point, many of Cindy's ex-fans began questioning her decisions.
So this was something that was super impulsive. Oh, let's just move. Let's drive like, I think it's like 13 hours because Colorado and Arkansas are pretty far apart, right? They just decided we're going to move. And within the hour, they were gone. They were in the car. They were packed up. They were leaving. That's questionable. Just jobs, housing, financials, cleaning the house, the pets. Just it would make me question what was going. It's almost like a quick fix. They were having massive problems, and it's like change of location might be a change is as good as a holiday, right?
Especially since so many warned her to not rush things, but because Cindy has been known to strictly monitor her comments and never allow any criticism or negativity, it was hard for them to express their opinions and the enabling toxic positivity.
I was talking myself up, wasn't I? Such an idiot. Such an idiot. Let me remove this one and I'll start it again. I'm such a dickhead. Oh my God. I was listening to it. I was having a great time. Oh God. Look at me go. Oh, nobody say a word.
He still prevailed. Many still supported Cindy in this decision, like they always did, and wished her and Andrew luck in starting over. After
That's
a
why I
few
need you
vlogs
mods.
of her and
That's why I
Andrew
need
enjoying
you.
Arkansas and house hunting, things unraveled even further.
You can all see and hear it now. It's all good.
To the shock of everyone, another teary video of Cindy's life falling apart appeared, titled My Life is Over Part 2. He left.
Question. Now, this is something that we talk about Chantal all the time. Did she hit the jackpot with her trauma dumping videos, and that's why this content has increased? She's gone, yes, I got the numbers with that one. I'm going to start doing more of this. Or is it just coincidental because this is where the road her life has taken, that she's decided this content is what is the content that I have, so that's what I'm going to show? Like, is it a bit of both? Is it one or the other? Is it completely genuine? She's showing this because this is what her life is and she's got no other content right now, no motivation to make any other content? Or does her other content feel just trivial and inauthentic because it's not reflecting what her life's actually like right now? Like, where do you go, down that line? Authentic self, trauma dumping.
For good, and we're not getting back together, where Cindy's story completely changes
Krista,
and takes
I
new
could
direction.
never. And
She
hello, by the way, I
reveals
did
that she
see
was
you
not the
before,
one at
sorry.
fault for their failed relationship,
I couldn't.
mostly at least, but that it was because Andrew has been cheating on her and just disappeared out of their apartment, telling her not to contact him again.
Guys, next time I have a good cry in the shower, do you want me to vlog it or tape it or record it so you can see me distressed? I mean, I'm not desperate for views, but if that's what, that's what it takes to hit the big time, why not?
It said that he has cheated on me several times
I couldn't.
during our marriage. I never knew. And that he could not live.
I couldn't plan to pack. I couldn't plan to move in an hour. I can pack up an entire house in a couple of days, but the decision to move would take me quite the while. It would take me longer than the actual move.
Live with that guilt, and he doesn't think that I should forgive him, and I agree. I don't think I can forgive.
You're right, Jade, but I shower in a singlet and shorts. That's how we do it in Australia.
I can't forgive that.
She also reveals it was not the first time they've had similar issues,
I know it's you.
even
I always
after
know the
claiming
curse
she
is
will
you,
not air his
Krista.
personal business on the internet. Drunk Cindy explains they had a rough patch in 2013 because of Andrew's online cheating, porn addiction, and reveals he has avoidant personality disorder.
Okay.
I don't
Teddy
really feel
bear.
it's my place to
I've
talk
got-
about it, so I
Look.
won't, but we'll just say
Does it have to be a teddy bear? Because I don't actually own a teddy bear. I do have a purple rabbit. Does that count? Her name's Lilac. I got her when I went to the Stray Kids concert. I didn't get it from the concert, but I got it when I was in Sydney when I went to see Stray Kids. I won it at one of those arcade things. Is the purple bunny okay to cry in the shower with? Can I cry in the shower with the bunny? Is that all right?
it involves. I can't even say what it involves. I'm sure you can guess. That's something that we've had an issue with.
Trauma dump. I bit my tongue this morning when I had my scrambled egg and bacon sandwich. Trauma dump.
For a long time, but I never knew that it went into the real world.
You have a
I
pink
never
rabbit.
knew
I have a
that
purple
he
rabbit.
had sex with another woman, and that is what he told me. That it happened right before I got pregnant. Now I will not be taking him back, even if he wanted to, but he doesn't. This is the second time.
So she and we watched it. Whoever was there was watched it. She said, I could forgive almost everything. Even the cheating, I could have forgiven that. The pregnancy, however, I cannot forgive that. She shifts her goalposts. So I'm curious whether if he opens himself up to the opportunity of getting back together, where she would just swoop in and take it, because she shifted the goalpost. I can't take him back. He cheated. He admitted it. And then she's like, oh, I can't take him back because he got her pregnant. I can forgive the cheating, but I can't forgive this. Will she move the goalposts again? We will see.
He's left since we've been here. I've
Oh, you
vlogged the
pour a
first
cup of
story, but
coffee
I
with the
lied to
OJ.
you
That
about
would be
it.
nasty.
He's sick. He has a real fucking problem, and I hope he gets help for it.
Aw,
I
that's
really
cute.
do.
I love
He had a lot
sentimental
of time to
things
try
like
and
that,
change, to get into
Climasaurus.
therapy, to fix himself, and he didn't do that. He just wants to continue the way he is, I guess. That is fucking avoidant personality disorder is what Andrew has, and it is very apparent to me.
Because he doesn't want to step into drama, he now has avoidant personality disorder. He may have it or he may not have it, but not every poor choice or poor reaction to something is a mental health disorder. I just want to point that out there.
Suddenly, Andrew turns out to be the villain of the story, with Cindy's own serious mistakes fading behind the hatred of his, and Cindy is forced to
that's
start
cute.
again. In the following vlogs, she struggles to get over Andrew, her mental health deteriorates even more, and her eating habits begin
That's
wearing
because you're
far into
adorable,
eating
Ginger,
disorder
that's
territory.
why.
Cindy barely eats, and when she does, it is often nothing but McDonald's burger patty and cheese. Her less than ideal state is somewhat understandable, considering her life.
Now, completely off topic. Oh my God, I can't even talk. Off topic. Some days her makeup looks really, really good. And then other days it looks like she's had a child apply it. Today it's looking good. I actually think she's balding. I will say she does have very nice eyebrows though. And I'm not saying this to criticize her looks, because she's fine. There's nothing wrong with her. I'm just somebody who notices these things. That's all. I look at people's makeup application and eyebrows and stuff. And not because I'm an expert, it's just one of the things I notice. Guys look at cars. Some guys look at cars. Some guys look at shoes. Some people look at clothing labels. I check out hair, makeup, and outfits. It's my thing.
Has been falling apart for the past few months, but at this point, every vlog becomes a mental breakdown on film,
He's got
a
a
trauma porn of
squeaker.
sort, and some
He's got
people
a
start getting
squeaker.
uncomfortable with the idea of Cindy exploiting her own mental illness on the internet.
Yeah, not wanting to fight with someone means you've got avoidant disorder. Yep. I don't like drama. Maybe they're traumatized. Maybe yelling makes them anxious. Maybe they don't see the sense in talking to someone when their emotions are heightened. Maybe they like to communicate with a clearer head. Or he could have avoidant disorder or whatever the bloody thing she called it.
Considering her new videos get much bigger views than the regular old vlogs, her family is
No, you
also
weren't
nowhere to
scary,
be
you were
seen,
lovely.
since Cindy reiterated that she is not ready to let them know about what happened, even though being close to them was one of the reasons she wanted to move to Arkansas. Cindy tries to get together with old and new friends and move on, but still struggles, with YouTube being her only support network. The cult-like portion of her audience only steps up, enabling Cindy in anything she does, sending her anything she covertly mentions she needs in videos, and not allowing any criticism of her whatsoever in fear of death.
Now, this was part of my research or my looking into, like, just from my own perspective, because I don't know much about her, but there are certain things that I would look for if I'm going to, like, follow somebody or react, or at least especially if I'm going to be commenting. I went through her chat and I looked through her comments. And what I found to be very strange is that for somebody who apparently has a lot of detractors and reactors to them, their chat was unusually clean of comments, criticisms, trolls, backlash, problematic comments. I didn't really find too many at all. So either she's monitoring them and curating them quite heavily, or she just doesn't have any. And her chat seemed to be, because she went live this morning. I didn't watch it because I was maybe going to watch it with you guys. I hadn't decided yet. And I was editing, so I couldn't listen while I was doing it. But her chat seems quite calm and reasonable so far. But I'm not going to go into her chat because that would be a little weird, because I don't want to, like, you watch from afar, you don't influence. I don't want to start being part of her community. But they seemed okay, but they did seem very hug boxish. So I don't know if she's a blocker, because I've not watched a full, like, live stream like that. Like, she didn't seem to be too blocky. She did seem to be selective with comments that she read out. I only saw her go off on that one girl that one time, but she does seem to have a very pristine environment around her. Whereas in the back, like from the peripherals, it's quite messy, and she's got quite a lot of people calling her out for stuff. So I feel like she might curate her comment section like somebody else we know.
Damaging her already vulnerable psyche, while many begin to realize her hypocrisy, her lack of actual focus on her mental health, and her promoting dangerous eating.
I decided to get in the car, and I'm really hungry. It's 5 o'clock. I haven't eaten anything in a long time. Not today. I don't even remember if I ate anything yesterday. So I'm driving to McDonald's to get a quarter pounder, which I eat without the bun, and a Diet Coke. Eaten anything in over 48 hours. I need to have some food today. I have had no.
I'm not going to lie. The one thing that gives me a little is when I have really, really cold Pepsi Max with lots of ice in it. That is the one thing that I can take a big mouthful of it and just literally just go, oh, it's so satisfying. I'll never give up Pepsi Max. I don't care.
Right at all, as I'm sure you can understand. Still
It
just
is
has
scary.
no appetite, okay? I don't want to eat anything. I'm just eating because I know my body needs sustenance right now. I mean, that's the best I can do to try to take care of myself in this moment. I'm just going to salt and pepper these and eat them with some butter. I'll eat as many of them as I can choke down. I know this is not a lot of food, but I'm going through a lot of emotional distress right now. So, big meals aren't really a priority for me. I know I need to eat more. I'm going to.
I think she may have gone to the Koki school of cooking, because she cooked the shit out of that patty. That does not look appetizing, and that's a lot of butter.
Eat this, and if I'm able to get this down, I'll have another one. 153.2. I lost a total of 79 pounds. My highest weight was.
Has anybody ever seen the movie? I think it was, is it Labyrinth? So either Labyrinth or the Dark Crystal. I think it's the Dark Crystal. Do you know that little horn, the witch with the big froey hair and the big horns, and she's under the ground, and they go and they get the thing, and she calls in the bad guys, and they come and try and take the little sprites of the little elves away. You know, the witch from that movie, from the Dark Crystal? That's what I look like in the mornings when I had hair. I swear to God, spitting image, Crypt Keeper stuff. Yep.
232 and I'm down to 153.2. So I'm like 0.3 pounds away from losing 80 pounds. I'm really, really proud of myself.
I like
y'all.
I love Pepsi Max.
have
I
worked
like
so hard at
Zero
this. The thing
Coke,
I'm
but
gonna do
Pepsi
today
Max is
plan out my
preferred.
fasting schedule for the week. So I've been using this new app. It's called Body Fast. Like it has the normal ones like OMAD and 16:8 and stuff, but it also has this one that I've been doing called Power Week, lose weight faster. So this is what it kind of looks like. Let me see if I can get it to focus. So you can see the fasting periods, they vary. And then you'll have like one full day of fasting. And it works really well for me. I was able to pretty much stick to it last week, except for the couple times when I broke my fast with alcohol. So I have a leftover McDonald's McDouble in the fridge, and that's what I'm gonna eat for lunch today. So I'm gonna go ahead and eat.
I have occasionally put a McDonald's burger in the fridge, but I would be very frightened to heat that up the next day. Isn't that kind of food the stuff that you have to eat at the moment? It's not stuff that stores very well. Or is that just a me thing?
Eat that now before I get started, just to give me a little energy.
Drinking, which she admits she is
No,
becoming dependent on.
unless you are a
I have to
witch.
be honest with you guys right now. I mean, I don't have to be honest with you, but I'm going to be. I have developed what I believe to be the early stages of a drinking problem.
And life.
Trigger warning for anybody out there who has a substance abuse or addiction. There will be talk about such things on this channel right now, and I think maybe she should have prefaced that in her own vlog. Oh my God.
Style habits. People also worry
That's
about
nice
the
eyeshadow.
possibility of Cindy getting together with
like her
Andrew once
eyeshadow,
again,
though.
only for her to be hurt once more. Since the last time she claimed she strived for independence, it was not entirely true.
I sent him an email, and I should not have done that. I know that's bad, but
Better than keeping it
I
in
had
a
all these things that I
drawer.
wanted to say.
True.
And I honestly didn't think he would read it
On the
or
front
reply.
porch.
But I sent him an email telling him everything that I felt. I know it was a mistake, and now I'm dealing with the repercussions of that action. Like 11 o'clock the next day in the morning, he sent me an email back, and he said the most beautiful things to me, how he felt about me and our relationship and everything that he had done, and it really made me struggle. I thought if he would have said those things to my face, I wouldn't have been able to resist it.
Oh,
I
okay.
would have probably just taken it back. I don't feel like that now, but there was a moment of weakness there because I can't help it. I'm still like really in love with him. I do go back and forth in my mind. You know, I have those moments of.
I'm the same, Lola. I don't know. I don't think I can microwave it. Not saying you shouldn't. I just don't think I could. Ooh, this is
another, this time larger, controversy which caused Cindy to once again react.
Okay, this part, I must have been walking around the house or distracted. I did not get a gob of this. So, warning. I don't know what's going to be said. I have not seen this part. I might have been putting on some washing or something, or doing something else, because I don't remember seeing that she was racist. Or the casual racism. I don't know how racism either is or it isn't, but okay.
With the abrupt privating of her entire channel and running away from the internet, was the lunch with B plus sad unpacking books plus going back on meds, published on April 22nd, 2023, and is now conveniently removed. In this vlog, Cindy meets
Barbarian. You're a barbarian, Glamosaurus. What was it? What did you have? Because now, I love cold pizza. I like cold pizza for breakfast, and my husband thinks that's disgusting. So now I'm kind of understanding what he's saying, because I can't imagine a cold McDonald's burger or chips. Oh, were you hungover or something? Is that why you ate it?
It's her friend B in a Mexican restaurant, where they joke about the food, laugh at the pronunciation, bother the waitresses about the pronunciation of words while in an obvious earshot of their giggling, and make insensitive jokes about sending the plate of food Cindy will not eat to starving children in Ethiopia.
They all class the garbage. What is that?
That's a vulva.
Vulva
a la vida.
I would not say vulva.
Vulva a la vida.
A la vida.
That means something of life.
Vulva of life. Thank you.
Oh God, you went away. You went away. Cold pizza is bomb. I'm not gonna lie.
You whipped out that Spanish.
I said the one line.
No, como se dice?
They tell you, they give you free Spanish lessons.
I know.
I've got to admit, I haven't had dinner yet, so I'm getting hungry. I've got some noodles in the fridge that I might heat up and have. Oh, but I'm getting hungry looking at this food, these menus. Oh,
to just come here and learn Spanish. It's sizzling. Yum. All right, y'all.
That looks
started.
fat
Well, all I'm
fajitas.
gonna eat today probably. I ate all the meat out of it, and I ate the middle of my plate with the guacamole and sour cream.
Oh, okay. So we're going to speed up because the music in the background. But okay, so they're making fun of the Spanish language, just being completely ignorant, I think, right there. But yeah. But those veggies in that with that meat would have been delicious. Oh well. Obviously got some disordered eating.
Stupid jokes. But even if one does not believe they were racist or microaggressions, they were ignorant in the least, and went against the image of progressive woman Cindy claimed to be before. The point that intent does not equal impact is also important to bring out, something her fans and Cindy herself refused
look
to
yummy,
acknowledge.
didn't it,
Refusing
Rex?
to truly take responsibility and only using empty words started to become a regular occurrence with Cindy. Her apology, after she finally came back again, was lukewarm and not very serious, and packaged in another dramatic "I am leaving YouTube for good" statement.
Okay, so the first thing I want to address is people are calling me a racist, which is very, very fucking hurtful.
But in all honesty, wouldn't it be better to say, look, at the time I didn't think those comments, like I'm pretending to be her. I apologize to anybody that was offended by my words. I was ignorant and was unaware of what I was doing at the time could be considered racist. Going forward, I now know not to act so disrespectfully. And I am grateful and thankful to those people who've pointed out my poor behavior so that I can go on and not offend more people or be offensive again in the future. Please let me know if I behave like this again. Thank you. And I'm sorry. And not this whole dramatic stuff. Would that be so hard to do? I had to eat crow today. My husband and I talk about, like, oh, he was sure that Tiffany Amber Thiessen was in Beverly Hills 90210. And I'm like, no, she was never in that show. She was in Baywatch. And I was positive she wasn't in that show. She was in that show for 6 years. And I am usually right when it comes to these things, but I was wrong. And I had to say out loud to my husband, you were right and I was wrong. I had to eat crow and I didn't like it. But, I'm usually the right one. So I'm going to just take that away. But yeah, sometimes it's okay to say you're sorry and that you were wrong.
I'm not a racist. So
Hi,
when
Rudy.
Dee and I were in the Mexican restaurant,
Hi.
we were joking around and laughing at ourselves not being able to pronounce the words. Like, we had no intention
Sarah
to
Jane's not
mock
here,
anybody or
Rudy.
any culture
I think
any people.
she's...
That was not the intention at all.
She'd
and
be
I'm
awake,
so
though, but
sorry
she's
that
not
offended
here.
or hurt anybody in any way. That's not what we were doing. We were laughing at ourselves for being idiots and not being able to pronounce the words. We were laughing at the picture because it was so low quality you couldn't even tell what was in there. That's why he said it was like garbage, not because we don't think Mexican food.
I do not support the language that she had been using. I am not somebody who I can't speak. I can't be offended for the people that were offended, but I wouldn't have thought that was funny at the time. I would have been like, are you stupid? It clearly says this. Oh my God, your Spanish is terrible. Or ask them, how do you pronounce this? That's what I would have done. I'd be like, how do you say, am I saying this correctly? And when I ordered the drink, what does it mean? Like that. But then again, people have stupid senses of humor and are ignorant. But no, I do not. They are not. Nobody in this chat would be thinking like that, I'm pretty sure. I'm going to blanket everyone with that comment.
It is garbage. Obviously, we were eating there and we enjoyed it very much. So we were just laughing at the picture and then laughing at ourselves.
Natural Ginger, I am Tupac. Didn't you know? I'm grabbing necks left and right. I'm completely offensive.
Because he tried to pronounce the word. It sounded like vulva. That's funny to me because I'm immature, so I laughed. And then
Sarah's probably asleep.
Or not the waitress, the other employee there. How
you can hang out here, Rudy,
if we wouldn't butcher it. We were trying to be respectful of the language. And she didn't speak English, so we didn't know that. So we asked again, and then our waitress came over and told us how to pronounce it. And that was...
I did her hypothetical apology for her. Yes, because I'm not emotional, and if I was ever casually racist like that, and it was pointed out to me in a logical way, in a way, you know, that somebody who I'd offended had come to me and said, this was offensive and here is why, I would be like, well, I'm sorry. I gave her hypothetical apology for her. That's basically what I was doing. Blah, 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 blah.
Like, we were just goofing around being obnoxious, but we truly did not mean to offend anybody or hurt anybody. If I thought that that would be taken as some kind of racism or mockery, obviously I never would have put that in the vlog. It really surprised me. I'm sorry if I was ignorant. I really, really didn't want to hurt anybody. And I'm sorry that I haven't addressed this before, but the last couple days have been very, very difficult for me, and I was not in a place where I felt like I could address anything or address anyone. So yeah, we did not mean any harm by that. I am so sorry if that offended anybody. Like, it hurts me to think that I could have hurt somebody with my words. Never my intention. We were just making fun of ourselves, goofing around, acting like a couple of idiots. Like, if you never goofed around and said something stupid with your friends, I don't know what to tell you.
Intentions or not, someone was upset by it. Like, don't be like, oh, that wasn't my intention. Well, okay.
There was
Okay.
another factor for
She
her leaving
apologized.
YouTube though, something that only coincidentally happened to go down at the same time as her Mexican restaurant video backlash.
I was doxxed, and somebody contacted my family. Somebody contacted my family on Facebook, parts of my family that I did not want to know these things, and I realize this is my fault. I am not trying to blame it on anybody else. This is all entirely 100% my fault because I made these videos. I put them out there. But these people who, this person came onto Reddit, said they were a family friend, and that they were so concerned that I hadn't told my family yet that they were going to tell my family. This person was no family friend, okay? First of all, they did not get any of the details of my family dynamic correct. They contacted members of my family that I have not talked to in years and didn't want to talk to.
Is she deflecting? Is she hardcore deflecting right now? So she's now taken her apology video and turned it around to be like, somebody has now victimized me. I am a victim now. Okay. That was a very swift neck turn that we took there. Okay.
People that I never would have told these things to.
Oh, you saw it
And,
too.
have
Red
caused a
flag.
lot of
Red
problems
flag
for
on
me
the
in my personal
field.
life.
Flag on the field.
It frankly is scary to me and humiliating to me. And I know I put this out there. Obviously, I did this to myself. I realize that. I'm not trying to make myself into a victim. I'm just trying to explain like what happened. And I had to have a lot of very difficult conversations with distant family members that never should have known about this.
It is also important to
You put it on the internet. Your family knows you have the internet. They could have stumbled across it at any time on their own. The fact that it was put in front of them by somebody else, you should have been the one to put it in front of them and say, look, I'm going to be making an apology. Like, I've got to expect that my mum knows about my channel, my best friend knows about my channel, all my closest people know about my channel, and I know that they dip in and out. So I expect that people that are close to me to check out my channels.
point out that even though Cindy claims she was doxxed,
And
she was not.
It doesn't matter if your friends and family see it. People, just regular people may have heard those comments and been affected by it. But like she said, she didn't intend to be rude or racist. That wasn't her intention.
While it is understandable for her to be shaken by someone online finding her personal information, she has been very reckless with
Is she
sharing her house
flexible
numbers
enough,
and
though,
addresses
Natural?
in the past, and the only thing the person allegedly did was message her family on Facebook, Cindy's address, or even her full name, though it is easily found thanks to the bizarre laws in the US. Were never spread around. This scared
That was
her,
funny,
and she
Peter.
mentioned
I
it
almost
as
thought you
another
were trying to
reason
start a
why she
fight for a
thinks she will
second,
not return to
then it
YouTube for a
twigged.
very long time. She came back 4 days later.
What did
At the
Krista
point
say?
of her my last appearance, apologies, explanations, and ending on my own terms live stream, a growing number of critics mostly wanted for Cindy to leave the internet and focus on her
Right.
healing instead of
Right. So we've been on for nearly 3 hours and I'm getting hungry. My ears are starting to hurt from my earphones because I wear headphones. What we might do is we might chop it off today or get to at least run through to the next chapter. Where's the next chapter? When does the next chapter start? Is that the next? Okay, we'll get to dangerous driving because that sounds intriguing. We'll cut it off there and I will make the solemn promise tomorrow that I will come on and we will finish this off tomorrow. And if the person gets in contact with me and lets me know that it's not okay to use their content because they didn't respond to me, I just took a risk that it was going to be okay, a little bit like presumptive of me, I know. But if they do get in contact with me and say not to use it, we won't be able to do it. But tomorrow we'll finish the other half of this. That's okay with everyone, because I'm starving, Marvin, and I need something to drink. Okay, but we'll get to dangerous driving and then we'll cut it off from there and then we'll go on our way. And you can come back tomorrow and we'll finish.
Filming herself having mental breakdowns, eating in an extremely unhealthy manner, and manipulating her very trusting and loyal audience to get her what she wants. Meanwhile, her enabling audience continued to take responsibility off Cindy, claiming everyone was blowing things out of proportion, even going as far as acting like Cindy said what she said because B was with her and he was a bad influence on her. Finally, Cindy confirmed that she was going to actually focus on repairing her mental health and healing from the trauma Andrew put her through, as well as learn to be truly independent.
If I ever see myself coming back
Thank you, Ginger. Thank you. Please go and subscribe to Unpleasant Reality if you want
know that my videos
to be on top of everything that is
attention that
Cindy.
they did, and honestly, I was very naive about this whole situation. Like, I didn't even know this whole reaction thing was even a thing, and it's I don't know. It's not for me. Like, I'm just not in a place mentally where I can handle this right now. I don't think I should share my personal life anymore. I've learned a very difficult lesson the fucking hard way, the same way I always have to learn everything, apparently.
Okay, so we didn't learn the lesson. We just continued to share intimate, private, traumatic details. Okay? I'm seeing so many similarities right now.
Thank you. I know people don't want me to go, and part of me doesn't want to go either. I feel like as conflicted about this as I do about my marriage. Like, part of me doesn't want to go, part of me wants to stay, but part of me knows,
3 more minutes and then
the
we'll wrap
logical
it
part
up.
of me knows I need to. Like, I need to be able to heal right now and get better, because obviously I'm not better. I thought I was doing better, but
See you, Allegra. Bye. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow.
That's why another reason why I think YouTube may not be good for me, because I do get a lot of external validation from it, and I'm not able to separate that. At this point in time, I'm not able to separate that from my own validation. You know what I mean? It becomes my identity, and I'm just really bad at that.
Only if things were that easy.
Okay. So this is our last chapter. We'll finish up here tonight. We're done. Thank you so much for joining me. Thanks for coming on the Cindy ride for me so far. It's a good break from Chantal. It's a nice way to mix it up. I might, since I've got a bit of time, later on tonight, I might do another reaction, a K-pop reaction. I might actually do 17 Super. It's one of my favorite songs at the moment. I'm doing these just for my own pleasure and fun. These are fun too, but that's just, it's dessert, This is the meat and veg. My other little reacts are just little side dessert, a little bit of boysenberry swirl ice cream. All right, so thanks everyone for coming. Thank you, Mods, for being wonderful. Thank you, Jennifer Lynn, for coming up and being my first official guest. And I will see you guys tomorrow, where we'll finish this off and whatever lardy-dardy stuff, other stuff we want to do. Okay? Maybe there might be some Chantal fuckery, or I'm going to be doing an Amber Lynn review in the next couple of days as well. That'll be pre-recorded. I'm not putting anyone through a live stream of her stuff because melatonin, that's all I'm going to say. But let's see if we can't jazz it up and make it a bit fun. And I'll see you guys on the mean YouTube streets. Say hi to me if you see me in the chats, and I hope everyone's well. I'll see you in the next live video. Comment below, hit the like. See you guys. Bye. Bye-bye.